Your home for local sports is Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Welcome to Sports Radio 1350's High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution.
Henry has it, turns the corner, he's inside the 5, he's at the goal line, he's into the end zone. Andrew Henry, 7-yard touchdown run, would not be denied.
High school football plays here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports, and bringing you the best of the York Adams League every Friday night.
Campbell to throw, fires it, he has Terry Canes. Canes is into the backfield at the 20, tipped up at the 15, still going, he's into the end zone.
Now let's head out to the stadium. With the call of tonight's game, here's Ron Ruman.
And good evening and welcome on a soggy Friday night in York County. We are live at Dover as the Eagles host the Golden Knights of Eastern. This is Ron Ruman along with my partner Gareth Hissong. We are warm and dry inside the press box here, but for those of you watching on Game Time tonight, we have to give an extra shout out to Jamie Evans, who's on the press box roof tonight, and he will be a cold, wet guy by the end of this night. So
you're warm and dry. I'm still thawing out from checking out these field conditions.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it is a cold rain out there, and it will be a night that, we probably will see a lot of running anyway, but it will be a night when it's the elements will be a challenge for these guys.
That's right. Eastern is a run-heavy squad regardless. Dover comes in with more of a balanced attack. New head coach this year brings in the spread look, Wayne Snellbaker, and with the conditions and a backup quarterback starting for them because of injury in Tad Picano, we will see run-heavy offenses on both sides tonight.
Absolutely. This is the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine and the Flying Feet pregame show. Most of the games are being played tonight. A couple have been switched, one to tomorrow, one to Monday. They're the games that were being played on the grass field. So West York and Kennedy will actually play at Suburban tomorrow at 5, and Southwestern and Central will play Monday at 5 at Southwestern. That's tough for those guys, Monday, and then turn around to come back and play on Friday. So anyway, that's the scoop here, and we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have our coaches' interviews brought to you by Game Time PA on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
You're running cross country. No one understands how they keep score. Your friends and family don't understand why you do it, but you understand how it makes you feel. So does Flying Feet.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes has been supplying running shoes and apparel to Central PA's best since 1975. Their staff is made up of runners and coaches who understand your pleasures and your pains. If it's running or cross-country related, Flying Feet knows about it. And with the area's best selection of running shoes, running spikes, and running apparel, there's no good reason to shop anywhere else. Worried about prices? Didn't you hear? Flying Feet is a specialty athletic store without specialty store prices. Come see their selection of the best running shoes and spikes for men, women, and children. No matter what your size, your width, or your ability level, Flying Feet has a full line of running apparel and accessories. So run, don't walk, and talk running with a staff who knows.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
GameTimePA.com is your home for local high school sports. Log on for all the scores, stats, photos, and more, plus live stream coverage of the area's can't-miss matchups all season long. Stay in the game no matter where you are with the free GameTime PA app. Download it directly to your iPhone or Android and get all the Game Time features you love when you're on the go. Available at the iPhone App Store, Android Market, and, of course, GameTimePA.com.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Welcome back to our Flying Feet pregame show. Tonight's coverage, Eastern York at Dover. Game is brought to you by Media One. And joining me now for our coach's interview is head coach of the Dover Eagles, Coach Wayne Snellbaker. Coach, how you feeling tonight? A little bit wet?
A little wet, a little cool, but we're ready to get going.
You're going with a new quarterback tonight after your starter was a week. How will you adjust your offense?
Really, we're just going to come out, run what we ran, and we'll for running wise with him a little more, but we're going to run the same stuff.
And Derek Brenneman returned from a devastating leg injury a year ago and leads your team with 12 catches. How much does he mean to your offensive production?
Oh, he's a big set to it. You know, when Tyler was looking for somebody, it was usually him to hit him and get our really key essential first downs when we needed it.
Joining us, head coach, Dover Eagles, Coach Wayne Snellbaker. Now, Eastern is a run-heavy team. How are you preparing to defend the Golden Knights?
Well, they're good, but we're going to bring a little bit of pressure and try to slow that run down a little bit. And I guess these weather conditions is really going to put it more on the running back's shoulders. So, see what we can do defensively.
You got a league win last week. How big was that for you after losing 2 in a row before that?
That was big. We needed that win, and we talked about that. We'll get another one, hopefully.
Cold is wet out here. I need to get back to the box. Thanks for your time and good luck tonight.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Our coach interviews are brought to you by Media One, and we'll be back for more pregame coverage after this.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. /Urgent Orthopedics today.
GameTimePA.com is your home for local high school sports. Log on for all the scores, stats, photos, and more, plus live stream coverage of the area's can't-miss matchups all season long. Stay in the game no matter where you are with the free GameTime PA. Download it directly to your iPhone or Android and get all the Game Time features you love when you're on the go. Available at the iPhone App Store, Android Market, and, of course, GameTimePA.com.
Keep up to date on Penn State football throughout the season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. I'm Ron Ruman, and I've been covering the Nittany Lions since the 70s. Weekdays all season long to get the latest from Coach James Franklin and the players. Penn State updates are brought to you by your neighbor markets, Sobels, Wetzel's, and New Oxford, Penn State York, and financial advisor Dave Sprinkle. Stay up to date on Penn State on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Welcome back to our pregame coverage. Tonight's contest, Eastern York visiting Dover. Our coaches' interviews are brought to you by Media One. And with me now is head coach, the Eastern Golden Knights, Coach Dave Kimmick. Coach, not a really good question tonight, but how you feeling? A little bit cold, a little bit wet?
I like the weather. We're going to run the ball, so I like it when it's wet.
Now, your team got off to a good start, but has now dropped 2 straight. What did you say to the team after the West York game last week?
Well, we started off with 2 wins, but I didn't think we were playing very well. After West York, we had some flashes of playing really well. We went up 14-12 and then kind of went back and made a lot of mistakes again. So I just told them we got to put it together.
Offensively, you're moving the ball on the ground, but not as much through the air. Will you rely on the running game tonight? And after tonight, would you like to see more passing coming from your offense?
Take what's there. So tonight's probably going to be running the ball a lot with the weather, and if the pass is there, I'll look for it. But if not, we're going to run the ball, and we'll just keep doing that.
Joining us as head coach, Eastern Golden Knights, Coach Dave Kimmick. On defense, Dover comes in with a backup quarterback. Balanced offense. What is your keys on defense tonight to be successful?
We just got to play fundamental defense, stay in our lanes, and we got to tackle.
And what would a win on the road against a team that's 10 for the division team for the rest of your season going setting the tone?
It would be huge. I think our kids believe they can win, and I think a win against this kind of program would be big for their morale.
Coach, I appreciate your time. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
Coach's interviews are brought to you by Media One, and we'll be back for more pregame coverage after this.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or our new location, 1399 South Queen Street at 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Frustrated with the returns or the lack thereof in the stock market? Are you tired of giving back the returns you do make whenever there's a downturn? Would you like to keep the returns you make and have them locked in annually? Learn more about protecting your retirement and investment dollars. Call Tom Dasher Investment Services, 717-246-3879 or 717-487-2096. If your mutual funds are underperforming or your CDs aren't returning what you'd like, contact Tom Dasher Investment Services, 246-3879 or 487-2096.
Brown's Orchards and Farm Market in Loganville was built on teamwork, commitment, and passion. For over 65 years, Brown's has been a delicious destination for hand-picked fruits and award-winning bakery treats. As we celebrate football season, make Brown's tailgating headquarters for barbecue, party trays, wings, steamed shrimp, giant 2-foot subs, and more. Brown's applauds every football player, coach, cheerleader, band member, and parent for your teamwork, commitment, and passion for the game. Come to Brown's in Loganville to celebrate the big win. BrownsOrchards.com.
Get ready for winter now and save big on your heating oil or propane costs. Call today to schedule your first fill, and don't forget to ask our energy advisors about the right money-saving plan or budget to fit your lifestyle. Lock in your rate and protect your price all winter. Our customers save an average of $325 per year. Visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-4SHIPLEY. And don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
And we are back here at Dover. Ron Room and Garrett Hisson with you on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. The Flying Feet pregame show. Time now for our Hunter's Hill Ortho Look Around the League. Some big games tonight, Gareth, and probably none bigger in Division I than Red Lion at Northeastern. The Bobcats are undefeated. They whacked Central 42-0 last week. Red Lion 3-1. They're a field goal away from being unbeaten. This is a big game tonight for both those teams.
Both teams come into this game with explosive offenses, scoring more than 36 points per game, have rushed the ball for more than 1,000 yards thus far this year. Northeastern has exciting quarterbacks Shannon Valenti, running backs Anu Johnson, and Chris Wack. For the dynamic duo on the Lions side, Alex Coe and Dylan Gereri.
All right.
That's going to be an interesting matchup.
That will be, and if Northeastern can pull that one off, they will be a legit contender for D1. Big one out in D3. York Catholic, we saw the Irish, an exciting win over your DeLone Catholic Squires last week in the last minute. They're on the road at Hanover. The Nighthawks are 4-0. Are they for real?
We'll find out tonight because York Catholic has some exciting playmakers, as we saw last week. Hanover has had a lot of guys step up in all their games so far. They need to all play as one unit if they're going to beat York Catholic.
In Division I Central, we know they're struggling 1-3. They are, well, that game is actually going to be played Monday at Southwestern now. The Mustangs 3-1. Mustangs win there. They stay in contention, and we'll have them next week on the road at Red Lion. That may compromise them for that game against Red Lion. They're only playing on 4 days rest.
Well, if the Stangs can hold on to the ball, limit mistakes, and no turnovers, get their offensive going early, they should be successful against the Panthers.
Two teams in Division I and badly in need of a win. New Oxford at Spring Grove. Both those teams coming in at 1-3.
Nick Erickson, running back for the Rockets. If he gets hot early, watch out, New Oxford.
Dallastown, the Wildcats 4-0. They're on the road at the winless William Penn Bearcats.
Dallastown's got a great balanced attack. Like you said, 0-4. William Penn have had a lot of struggles this year, and Dallastown's a tough squad. They'll come out on top.
All right, Ephrata in the non-league game. Ephrata 0-4. They are at Suburban. Suburban, they're 2-2, so looking to break above 500.
Suburban, they're fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
We had them 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Colin Mailman, Brad Smith, wide receivers for them are exciting and really sure hands. See if they can hold on to it in the rain, squeeze the ball a little extra tight. They should come out on top against Ephrata.
All right, tomorrow this game will be played at Suburban because they have a turf field. West York, another team with grass. So Kennerdale at West York, both teams 1-3. The Bulldogs got off the schneid last week against these Eastern Golden Knights.
Look for the Bulldogs to get Terry Canes and Ryan Narber going early, and they should be successful against the.
All right, that's our Hunters Hill Ortho Look Around the League as we get ready for Dover and Eastern here tonight and in Dover. On the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Take a break and back with our starting lineups courtesy of Trish Hauser, your local State Farm agent, after this on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350.
If you've ever been charged with a crime, you know it can be a frightening and stressful time. You have a right to legal representation, which is trusting you through this difficult time. Criminal charges often carry consequences beyond fines, and often charges such as a DUI can have an impact on your driver's license, employment, and automobile insurance. The law offices of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins can help you in these matters. We have experienced attorneys who primarily focus on these areas and are prepared to represent your interests in a diligent and vigorous manner to achieve the best possible result for you and protect your rights under the U.S. Constitution. Our experience, skills, and candid advice will guide you through this process and help you obtain the best result under the particular circumstances of a case. Call us today at 757-7602 for a free consultation, or visit us at our website at gslsc.com. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins, 110 South Northern Way, York, Pennsylvania. Attorneys licensed in Pennsylvania and Maryland.
Broadway Transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man. I know they helped me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection and personal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in sports.
Back at Dover, Ron Ruben, Garrett Hissong with you on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Time now for our starting lineups, courtesy of Trish Hauser, your local State Farm agent. First, the visiting Eastern Golden Knights.
On offense, at quarterback, number 10, Ryan Kalke. At running back, Sam Pollock. Your other running back, you'll see a heavy dose tonight, Logan Klein. At wide receiver, Jashim Snyder. Jimmy Kernick at tight end, Seth Bernstein. Tackles from the offensive line for the Golden Knights, number 70, Kevin Royce. Number 50, Victor Velez. At guard, number 74, Wyatt Smith. At number 72, at guard, Jake Yockton. At center, number 63, Landon Mapstone.
And for the Knights on defense,
at defensive tackle, number 72, Jake Tockman. Defensive tackle, number 74, Wyatt Smith. Defensive ends, number 41, Connor Barshinger. Number 50, Victor Velez. The linebacking core, number 43, Sam Pollock. Number 25, Brennan Schenk. Number 4, Jason Snyder. Number 12, Seth Bernstein. And the defensive backfield for the Golden Knights, corners Jimmy Kernick and Ryan Kalk. And safety, Sawyer Richardson.
All right, let's get the offensive lineup now for the home standing Eagles of Dover.
Making his first start at quarterback is number 15, Tad Picano, 5'11", 150-pound senior. At fullback, number 41, Joey Zutel. At tailback, number 7, Duran Ledbetter. At slot receiver, number 22, Caden Snyder. At wideout, number 83, Andrew Hoffman. Tight end, number 81, Derek Brenneman. At offensive tackle, number 60, Shad Murphy. Also at tackle, number 65, Jarrett Hilbert. Guards, number 72, Drew Schaefer. Number 58, Austin Rich Creek. And at center, number 50, Matt Farr.
And the Eagles defense.
On defense, that defensive front, just heard his name, the center for the team, 6'3", 270-pound senior, number 50, Matt Farr. Defensive tackle, number 93, Ramir Bradshaw. At defensive end, number 60, Shad Murphy. And number 53, Chase Heath. The linebacking core for the Eagles. At number 81, Derek Brenneman. Number 5, Cole Jesmer. Number 7, Duran Ledbetter. Number 22, Caden Snyder. Defensive backfield at corner, number 9, Amari Peterson. Number 2, Brett Mon. And at safety, number 3, John Sterner.
All right, those starting lineups courtesy of Trish Hauser, your local State Farm agent. About 10 minutes away from our Fast Signs opening kick here on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, Eastern at Dover. Glad you're with us on kind of a miserable night, so listen and tune in on game time, whichever is your preference. And we're going to take a break, come back with the weather and field conditions from Iacono Hair Design, the keys to the game from Unique Physique. After this on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
When you need a haircut, where do you go? If you need a hair replacement, who's the expert? When barbers need a haircut, where do they go? The answer is Iacono's, of course, the most interesting barbers in York. Don't normally get a shave? Go to Iacono's, they'll take care of you. Need a facial? That's right, Iacono's is the place to get it done. Iacono's, the most interesting barbers in York. They do it all. For an appointment, call 854-8258. That's 854-8258.
If you're a high school junior or senior or adult interested in attending Penn State, don't miss the Penn State York Open House, October 24th, 9 to 2 at the Pullo Center. Learn about the admissions process, financial aid options, meet faculty and students, and tour the campus. Explore our 10 four-year degree programs offered at York, including new BS in Biology and BA and BS in Psychology, and learn about Penn State's 2+2 program. Start at York and finish your degree at another Penn State campus. Call 771-4040 or register online at york.psu.edu/open house.
Live local sports is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And welcome back to Dover. Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong with you tonight. And we're inside the booth where it's not so bad, but outside it is kind of nasty. And the weather and field conditions brought to you by Iacono's Hair Design. And it is 48 degrees and raining here in Dover. And Gareth, you were down in the field for a while, and it gets chilly. It's one of those raw nights where, it kind of just goes through you.
It does. It gets cold quick. My hands froze up like icicles, and after I was out there for only about 10 minutes, look for these receivers trying to squeeze the ball extra hard tonight with the slippery conditions and cold conditions.
Well, and both these teams are, Eastern's certainly a run-first team anyway, and the Dover with a backup quarterback, probably going to see a lot of running tonight anyway, so in these conditions you would expect that certainly to be the case, and with the temperature the way it is, that's probably going to be even more so. Now, the field condition, this is a turf field, but when it gets wet like this, does that become somewhat slippery at all, or does that really happen?
There's a little extra slickness you get from this kind of weather when it's wet, but for the most part, the footing will be just fine.
All right, that's our weather and field conditions brought to you by Iacono's Hair Design. And let's see, just to bring you up to date again, a couple of the games have been moved to tomorrow. That is the game that was Kennerdale at West York. That's actually going to be played at Suburban tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And then Central and Southwestern, that's going to be played at 6 o'clock on Monday at Southwestern. And a couple of games were moved up, so we do have a Browns, Orchards, and Farm Markets scoreboard update for you. And in the second quarter, Hanover leading York Catholic 12-0. So that's a big Division III battle. The Nighthawks looking to go 5-0. And also in the second quarter, DeLone leading Littlestown 7-0. So those games are underway. And Gareth, I just want to ask you for a moment about the move of that Central and Southwestern game to Monday. Next Friday, we're going to be at Horn Field in Red Lion as the Lions host Southwestern. If Red Lion and Red Lion's got Northeastern tonight, and no givens in any game, but if Southwestern and Red Lion should win tonight, that's a battle for first place in Division I. A lot of district playoff points on the line. That's really a disadvantage for Southwestern having to come back with just on 4 days rest.
It is, and it's going to be a matter of adjusting to a different type of week. Southwestern will go through more walkthroughs. They're not going to hit as much in practice through the week. They're not going to do as much intense running and conditioning. I'm sure they'll be in a lot of walkthroughs and just going through the plays, going through the preparation, which maybe they do more on the mental side, and that helps them out. Becomes an advantage for them, because once those lights turn on Friday night, they'll be ready to go against the Lions.
All right. Well, they'll have to be, and I just got to think that's just the fact that you want some time to recover from the bumps and bruises that come from a game. Usually, you have that weekend, then you get back into practice. So that's a significant difference. Red Lion's going to have really 3 days more to get ready.
Yeah, physically, it really is a disadvantage, but it's something you can coach up to the kids. Hey, things are against you. How are you going to do against adversity? Give them a little bit more of a boost mentally that they have to fight through some extra adversity and see how they come out against the Lions.
All right, so that is our unique physique keys to the game. Of course, our injury report, we know that Tyler Blazowski is out probably for the rest of the regular season with a foot injury. You talked to Coach Snellbaker about that. It's tough. He was injured last year as well, and he was having a decent season. He was 34 of 67, 519 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks, but was having a decent year, and you hate to see that. But now it's Tad Piccano's turn.
He was, and head coach Wayne Snellbaker said he really felt the team starting to buy into the system last week, and it's his first year as head coach here, and that really means something when the team really starts buying into your culture, and to have your starting quarterback go out like that brings in some extra adversity. See how the Eagles respond tonight.
Something that the Dover really has done this year is they've lived on the big plays. If we look, Eric Brenneman has 2 fumble recoveries for touchdowns against Shippensburg in one game, and Duran Ledbetter a 90-yard kickoff returns for touchdowns against Big Spring. Caden Snyder, a kickoff return of 95 yards for a TD versus Redland. And then last year, Cole Jessmer, a 25-yard fumble return for a touchdown against Gettysburg. They're a very opportunistic team this year.
Right, and see if they're going to get some opportunities tonight with that ball being slick, hands being cold. It's going to be tough to hold on to that ball out there as you get going, as things get more and more wet. See some guys, I'm sure they'll be going after the ball a little bit more tonight, trying to cause those turnovers and try to create more of those opportunities. And as you've mentioned, with those examples, they are certainly opportunistic.
All right, we're going to take a break, come back with our keys to the game for Fast Signs and our opening kickoff from after this.
Tailgating or planning football parties? Get the party started with great products from Best Yet at your neighborhood markets. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet rolls, Best Yet 12 packs of soda with a Best Yet Rising Crust pizza, and know that Best Yet products have been trusted and valued by families since 1893 with a quality that is backed by a double your money back guarantee at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's Enola, and New Oxford.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit our store next to Sam's Club in East York or visit us online at fastsigns.com.
What do John Yachty, Jacob Yachty, Austin Tillotz, and Kelly Ryan and Morgan Klunk have in common? Besides being basketball players, 2,000-point scorers, all-state athletes, or state champions, they all trained with John Kirchner at Unique Physique. John guarantees that he will increase your vertical jump, increase your strength, quickness, and get you ready for the upcoming season. Coaches, get your team ready with plyometrics, and John will even come to your gym and get your team ready. Players and coaches, call John Kirchner at Unique Physique at 755-2639 for details.
Join in mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And welcome back to Dover. Ron Rubin and Gareth Hissong with you tonight. A cold, rainy night. So glad you are with us by your radio or perhaps your computer screen. And our high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, Wayne McCullough from 9 to 11 Central PA Game Day. Get your sports weekend off to a great start, so make sure you tune in, get all the wrap-up of the Friday night action, and get you ready to go for the weekend as well. Dover, the home team in the black uniforms with the red numbers and white numbers and the red trim, and Eastern in the white uniforms, black pants, black helmets, and gold numbers, which I cannot see very well, so bear with me tonight. Yeah, they are. Bear with us tonight if we miss a few calls. We'll do our best. But at least they won't get muddy because it's a turf field. So I've done games like that where after about one series you saw no numbers. So we'll take what we can here. All right, who's getting the ball, guys? I missed that. Eastern's going to receive. All right, so we'll see the running game of the Eastern York Golden Knights. They rely heavily on that in their first 4 games. They're averaging 151 yards a game on the ground, 9 touchdowns, and just 41 yards a game through the air. But it's that kind of night, so we will see what happens. And our opening kickoff is always brought to you by Fast Signs, and our first quarter tonight brought to you by Dasher Financial.
These Knights should be ready to go, as their head coach Dave Kemick says. He likes this weather.
Yeah.
He's not from this. He's from the region, not from this specific area. He's from Lancaster Catholic.
Well,
went to the service after high school. His first coaching stint was with Columbia High School after doing some youth football, and here he is, head coach at Eastern Knights.
All right, and Josh Bradley will boot it for Dover. Eastern will go right to left here in the first quarter as we look at it. Sparse crowd, as you might expect, on hand tonight. And we are ready to roll with our Fast Signs opening kickoff. Bradley approaches it. Good high kick. It's going to be fielded by Bernstein at about the 8-yard line. Seth Bernstein straight up the near hash mark across the 25 and out to the 30, where he's brought down by several black shirts for the Dover Eagles. Amari Peterson on the stop for Dover. Was that right? I think. And
first and 10 from the 30.
First and 10 for Eastern at their own 30 was Peterson there on the stop for Dover, along with William Tomes. 31-yard line. Eastern will start first and 10. Ryan Kalke will be under center, and his back is about a yard behind him. A very tight setup for Eastern on first down, and they give it off to back who was in the slot, and he cuts across. It's Brennan Schenk, the carrier. He gets out to the 40-yard line. Cole Jesper on the stop, but a 9-yard gain on that quick hitter, and a 2nd and 1 now for the Eastern York Golden Knights.
And Jesper doing a good job having to come up from his 6 and make the play as he was about to break it for much more than just a first down. Here they are at 2nd and 1.
That same lineup with the back right behind the quarterback and two guys kind of in the slot, and they hand it off to one of the other runners who's close to a first down, John Sterner on the stop. That was Logan Klein. And where are they going to spot this thing? Looks like it's going to be a hair short, as it's, well, actually they gave him no gain at all on that. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 now for Eastern. And see what they can do here at their own 40-yard line, just underway here in the Dasher Financial first quarter.
Look for Dover to be aggressive and dial up some run blitzes.
Yeah.
On this 3rd and very short, see what they have in their playbook.
And on 3rd and short, they give it off to Schenk, that the play that worked on first down, and I think he's got enough for the first down here. He moved it across the 41 out to the 42-yard line, so it's going to be enough for the first down for Eastern here as they move it out to the 42-yard line and a gain of 2. This is an odd setup for Eastern. They've got everybody real close together. They have one back who's only about 2 yards behind the quarterback, two guys in a slot, and like a double tight end set, so nobody's more than about 8 yards from the football. So on 1st and 10 at the Eastern 42-yard line, Kalke takes the snap, hands it off to Pollock, and Sam Pollock off the right side fights his way out to the 47-yard line where a bunch of black shirts are there. It looked like Shad Murphy, the guy on the stop from his defensive end spot. Gain of 5 for Sam Pollock. Came in with 141 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns. It's going to be 2nd down and 5 from there for the Eastern York Golden Knights.
So far we've seen some good execution from this defensive front of the Dover Eagles, forcing these running backs who want to get straight north to string it out just a little bit more.
Kalke takes the snap again, hands it off. Straight up the middle they go. Sterner on the stop, along with Peterson. It was Pollock again. He gets out to the 49, so that's a gain of 2. And from there, it's going to be 3rd down and about 3 for the Eastern York Golden Knights.
With this tight formation, the defense has to make their reads quick and keep their eyes up to see where the ball carrier is going, because it hits quick.
Kalke under center. He's got Pollock right behind him, and then the two backs flanking Pollock on either side. Here's the quick snap. They give it a Schenk, and this time he is hit in the backfield. He goes down at the 45-yard line, and was Duran Ledbetter coming through there for Dover, along with McCray Murray, and making the stop in the backfield. Loss of 4, so it's going to be 4th down and a Fink's Garage punt coming for Dover. Caden Snyder is deep. So Eastern will line of scrimmage their own 45, and a high snap. It is over the head of the punter, and is he able to field it back? There he is, but it's going to be Dover ball back at about the 19 or 20-yard line. So the high snap got over the head of the Eastern York punter, whom I believe was Well, sorry, I'm having trouble picking up the numbers there, but anyway, it's going to be Dover football at the 19-yard line, so they are in the Weckers Carpet red zone. Dover starts 1st and 10 at the Eastern 19-yard line.
You know, we don't have him on our roster. It was number 32. He was late coming onto the field and lined up a little bit deeper than expected and caused a bad snap.
Picano fumbles the snap from center and falls on it, so he's going to get it back to the 20. It's going to be a loss of 1 yard on first down. It'll be second down at about 11 for Dover from the 20-yard line there. So a little bit of a mishandle there. You know, Picano, the backup quarterback, has to get used to working with his center, Matt Farr.
You know, on top of that, they got the wet ball.
Right. So it is not conducive to good ball handling tonight. A wide receiver each way, backs in the eye behind Picano on second and about 11. Hands it off to Moan, trying to get wide. Does now, cuts upfield, and the flag flies. Brett got down to about the 17-yard line. Would have been a gain of 3, but we'll see what this flag is about. It's in an area where it's often holding, and in fact it is. So that's going to be against Dover. Flag's at the 20. It's a 10-yard spot foul, so it'll move it back to the 30-yard line. And from there it will be second and about 21. So the Eagles offense struggling here in the Dasher Financial First. 7:54 remaining and no score so far.
Certainly 4-down territory. They're set up with great field position on the 19-yard line of the Golden Knights after a poor snap on an attempted punt. But this is the kind of night, more than usual, you cannot have these kind of penalties that do not allow you to capitalize on field position like they started with.
Right. So second down at about 21 now. The clock winds. 7:50 left here in the Dasher Financial First. Again, a wide receiver each way, and the back's in the eye behind Picano on second and long. And he hands it off to Ledbetter, trying to get wide to the right side. Is able to turn it upfield a bit and gets down to about the 25-yard line. Jasheem Snyder on the stop for Eastern. It's going to be a gain down close to the 24, gain of about 7, and from there it's going to be third down about 15.
Eastern defense does a good job of stringing the ball carrier east and west. As you see, he runs out of blockers, and there are about 6 white shirts around the ball carrier to make a play.
So third down and long now, third and about 15 for Dover. They are at the Eastern 24-yard line, though, after the bad snap on the punt, and out of the shotgun will go Picano for the first time, puts Ledbetter in motion, drops to throw, fires it across the middle for Duran. Ledbetter at about the 5. He was open. That might have been a score, but the pass was a little bit high, and it's incomplete, so it's going to be fourth down. And like you said, it's we're in the territory we're probably going to go for it, even though it's fourth and long. They are at the Eastern 24-yard line.
It's tough for Picano to come out and for a post to be your first pattern that you throw. You'd like to get in some kind of a rhythm, run some screens, make some short passes, help him get in a rhythm before he gets that cold arm throwing downfield.
7 minutes left in the first quarter, no score. 4th and 15, 3 wides to the near side, and Picano to throw. Has a lot of time, all kinds of time. Now the pressure comes, fires it down the sideline, and Caden Snyder went up, got his hands on it at the 5, couldn't bring it in. It was behind the defensive back that time, Sawyer Richardson, the safety, but Caden unable to bring it in, so it is incomplete, and on downs it will go over to Eastern at their own 24-yard line, 1st and 10.
There's our first example of seeing the receivers needing to put some extra concentration into squeezing that wet ball.
No kidding. It was not an easy catch, but Caden did get the mitts on it. So 1st and 10 at the 24 for Eastern, and a different setup this time as Kalki will go out of the shotgun. Puts a man in motion, takes the snap, and hands it off to the runner coming to the near side at the 30. Spun down at about the 31-yard line by John Sterner. That was Logan Klein, and that's a gain of about 7 on first down, and it will be second down and 3 from there.
Really seeing a little bit more pop from the offense of the Eastern Knights as opposed to Dover. They come out, these running plays have worked successful so far. Last drive they went 6 plays and had to go for a punt, but that first 3 plays looked good.
And so on second down and 3 now, Eastern will come out in the same setup as last time. Kalki is in the shotgun and puts the man in motion. It's Pollock. And again, the quick handoff. This is Klein, I believe, again. He's got a first down and more across the 40-yard line out to about the 44. And Brandon Barshinger on the stop, and Peterson. But it's a nice gain out to the 44-yard line, so that's a gain of 13 and a first down for the Eastern York Golden Knights.
Something we saw in that first series for the Knights, They were going for it on the 3rd and short, and we saw a great blitz from linebacker Duran Ledbetter. And you're not seeing that so much consistently every play, where you just need to get that penetration and disrupt that backfield, and these running backs won't go anywhere.
On 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line now. There's a snap into the shotgun again. A big hole on the right side for Klein's at midfield. He's at the 45, the 40 of Dover. And Sterner, he makes a move, gets around. Sterner is inside the 30-yard line and down to about the 25-yard line. So big gain by Logan Klein all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a 31-yard gain, just an off-tackle play right. But the hole opened up, and it was some nice moves and a first down. So Logan Klein with the big first quarter here for the Eastern York Golden Knights.
Nice piece of work by Klein on that run. You saw that they've been coming out with that tight formation, 2 tight ends, everybody in the backfield, and there they switch it up, and they put 2 wideouts with a twins look to the top of the field and run out of a little bit more of a spread look and catches Dover off guard.
So on 1st and 10 at the Eagle 25-yard line now, 5:20 left in the first quarter. Kalki will work from that shotgun and hands it off to Klein, again off right tackle. There's a hole there, and Logan is down to around the 16-yard line before he is swarmed under by a bunch of guys in black shirts. And we'll move it down to the 20-yard line. And they'll mark it at the 22 or the 21. It's going to be the 21, gain about 4, and it'll be 2nd down and 6.
I think
yeah.
See a lot of pop out of his offense right now, and really just more grit when they're running the ball. Dover having a tough time bringing down these backs.
2nd and 6 at the Dover 21 now. Eastern ball, their second possession. No score, 4:35 left here in the Dasher Financial first. And he hands it to the second man through this time, who gets to about the 20 before he is grabbed and thrown back by a bunch of guys. It was Sam Pollock. He gains 1 to the 20, and from there it's going to be 3rd down about 4.
Good execution by defensive end number 60, Shad Murphy, 6 foot, 210 pound sophomore. He sets the edge, forces the running back up inside where the help can come for the defense, and not much doing on that play.
So 3rd down at about 5, the ball at the 20, right at the Weckers Carpet red zone. And Kalki again puts a man in motion from the shotgun. Low snap, picks it up and hands it off. And there's a big hole inside the 10, inside the 5, and the runner's brought down around the 2-yard line. It is Logan Klein again. Peterson from the defensive backfield making the stop at the 2-yard line, but it's a gain of 18 and a 1st and goal for the Eastern York Golden Knights at the Dover 2-yard line.
Dover defense just looks a little sluggish. You get a miscue, you drop the ball on the snap, and no one takes advantage of it and closes gaps.
Kalki will go under center now. He's got a single back. And here's the handoff and into the end zone. 2-yard touchdown run, and Logan Klein made it just across over his right guard and just cracked the end zone there. So with 3:33 left here in the first quarter, Logan Klein takes it in from 2 yards out, and Eastern leads it 6-0.
That's Logan Klein coming in, barreling across the end zone, and that'll be his 3rd rushing touchdown for the year.
Bobby LeCate's on to attempt the extra point here for Eastern. The snap is there. The set is down, and it was blocked. John Sterner came through and got that block for Brett Moan, I guess, got the blocks. Moan and Sterner both came through there, and it was blocked. And it is PAT no good, but Eastern takes the 6-0 lead. 3:33 left here in the first quarter. This timeout courtesy of your neighborhood family markets on the high school football game of the week, presented by Wellspan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fink's Garage, we're a little bit different. Our philosophy is just a little old-fashioned. See, we believe that our jobs are dependent upon taking care of people and their car problems. It's not all about cars and numbers. How may we serve you? Please allow us the opportunity to repair your vehicle. Fink's Garage, a Napa Auto Care Center, 717-854-5175. Remember, being broken down stinks. Let us repair your car at Fink's.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Back at Dover, Ron Room and Gareth Hissong with you. 3:33 left in the the Dasher Financial first quarter. 6-0 Eastern, and here's our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap.
Some good spunk from that Eastern York offense. They travel 7 plays, 76 yards in 3 minutes, 19 seconds. Finish the drive with a 1-yard barreling touchdown run. Running back Logan Klein. And as you said, 3 minutes, 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Eastern York is up 6-0 over Dover.
Bobby Lacates will put the foot to it for our Fast Signs kickoff from the 40. And he does so, and it's a short kick, and it's going to be fielded and dropped by one of the up guys, but I think Dover are able to cover it back at around the 37-yard line. So a good alert play there by one of the special teams guys down there for Dover, and that was William Tomes. Johnny on the spot there to recover that loose football for Dover. So the Eagles will start 1st and 10 at their own 37 now, trailing it 7-0.
Way to be on your toes. Good job by William Tomes right there. That was about to be Eastern York ball set up at the 37 of Dover going the other way, but here we go. Dover gets another chance. Their second possession on offense, going left to our right.
All right, and Todd Pickeno will be out of the shotgun again. He's in there for Tyler Blazowski, a foot injury. He's out for the regular season, and flags fly. Some movement along the line, and Eastern saying that Dover moved first, and we will get the indication from the official, and that is, in fact, what happened. So the defensive tackle Wyatt Smith from Eastern jumped across, but he was drawn, so it's going to be 5 yards back to the 32, and the Eagles will have a 1st and 15 from there.
Maybe it's that wet turf. You think his hand slipped in that 3-point?
Yeah, I'll bet that was it. 1st and 15 now, and Pickeno out of the gun. Puts Ledbetter in motion toward us. Drop the snap, but picks it up. He's going to run to get to the corner, but that's well defensed, and he's taken down just about at the line of scrimmage, and that hit is there by Jimmy Kernick, who made the hit from his cornerback spot. It's a gain of about 1 for Pickeno. It's going to be 2nd and 14 from there.
Didn't work as well for Pickeno. He saw his opponent at quarterback Ryan Kalki drop the ball, hand it off, and then get a big gain. Pickeno not able to muster much on that play.
3 wides near side, 1 to the top on 2nd and 14. They run the option, pitch it to Ledbetter. Ledbetter gets the corner at the 35 and is out to about the 38 before he is brought down. So that's going to be a gain of 5, and it's going to leave Dover with about a 3rd down and 9. Barshinger on the stop there along with Jake Touchton, a defensive tackle. So 3rd down and 9 for the Dover Eagles.
I'm a big fan of Duran Ledbetter. I really like the way he plays football on both sides. And at running back, he's explosive and he's physical. I would love for the Dover Eagles to find more ways to get him touches in space.
Hoffman and Snyder come to the near side. Andrew Hoffman and Caden Snyder for Dover. And Pickeno will go back into the gun. He's flanked by a back on either side. 3rd and 9, Dover at its own 38. There's a snap, and they hand it straight ahead, and off the left side, I believe that was Doran Ledbetter, and he's out to the 45, but he's going to be about 3 yards short of the 1st down, so it's going to be 4th down, and probably from this position on the field, likely a Finks Garage punt here.
Now, these special teams plays, you got to put a little extra effort, especially if you're in the position of the Dover Eagles. Kick it down there and expect them to muff the return and try to recover a fumble and a miscue by the Eastern Knights.
Well, Dover lines up to go for it here with 1:40 left in the first quarter. They're down 6-0. And put a man in motion toward us, and Pickeno's going to run for it, and he has got the 1st down as he crosses midfield. Just a straight quarterback run out of the shotgun, and he got it over to the 48-yard line of Eastern, so that's a gain of 7 on that 4th down gamble. Pays off for Wayne Snellbaker and the Eagles. They have a 1st down into Eastern territory.
Well, it really tricked me. I thought they were just going to line up and do some kind of a pooch kick with the quarterback, but they do a good job of getting the formation they wanted and the matchups they wanted. They bring the single receiver in motion, and they have an empty side at the top side, and Pickeno takes advantage of it, gets the 1st down.
I'll mark it at the 49, so it was a gain of 6 to Eastern territory, and this is Brett Moan off the left side, makes a guy miss. Flag flies as Moan is down to about the 42-yard line. Would have been a gain of 7, but we'll have to see what this yellow laundry is about out there. And it's a hold against Dover, so 2nd time the Eagles have had a penalty, wipe out a gain on the running game tonight, so that flag's lying at around the 46-yard line. That would move it back to the 44 of Dover, and from there make it a 1st and about 17.
Again, we'll blame it on the weather. Those slippery, wet jerseys, you got to grab them.
Okay, that's, yeah, whatever it takes, right? It's only a penalty if they call it. So that's going to move it back to They should be at the 44, and they eventually do get there. Logan Klein, a big first quarter for Eastern, 7 carries, 51, 55, 73, 75 yards and a touchdown for Logan Klein for Eastern.
Hey, you're picking it up on that Spartan code of ethics. It's only a penalty if you get caught.
That's right. Hey. Back at the 44 now for Dover, first and about 17, and they hand it off to Ledbetter. Makes a guy miss in the backfield, gets by the second guy, and gets out to about the 47 before he is finally brought down out there. Big old Wyatt Smith, 6'3", 240-pound defensive tackle, a junior, drops him there after a gain of 3, and it's going to be second down and about 14 from there.
Offensive line, you got to see more production out of them. Darren Ledbetter looking like my man Le'Veon Bell having to make everybody miss.
Yeah. Le'Veon had a good game, but Ravens winning that one in the Steel City last night. How about it? All right, 3 wide receivers on second and long. Picano to throw. Gets some pressure, runs away from it now. He's going to tuck it and run and just gets across midfield before he is bumped out of bounds by Jimmy Kernick at the 49-yard line of Eastern. So it's a gain of about 4, and I'll mark it at midfield. It looks like gain of 3, and for there it's going to be third down and 11.
Got to wonder if this is 4-down territory for these Eagles. They went for it in their last 4th down, and they got it. See if they can get some yards here on 3rd and 10.
20 seconds left in the Dasher Financial first. Clock stopped as they went out of bounds. 2 wide receivers up top as the Eagles go left to right, and they put Moan in motion toward us, and Picano drops to throw. Fires it deep for Moan, but overshot him by about 5 yards. Pretty decent coverage that time from the cornerback Jimmy Kernick. It's incomplete, so Tad Picano, the backup QB, is 0-3 so far here in the first quarter. And it's 4th down and 11 from midfield, and we'll see what Dover decides to do here.
Brett Mon trying to run it up the seam, but with the safeties over top, Picano knew there was no shot to throw it where Mon expected it, so he threw it to an open part of the field, lived to play another down and try to get a punt.
Eagles are going to go here on 4th. No, they're going to punt it, and Picano, pretty good kick there out of the shotgun. Hits it about the 10 and gets into the end zone. Boy, they were a step or so away from getting that. Caden Snyder chasing it, so that Fink's Garage punt goes into the end zone, and with 6 seconds left in the first quarter, Eastern will have it. 1st and 10 in its own 20. The Eagles leading it 6-0.
I was hoping they weren't going to trick me again. That would have been a tough spot to go for on 4th down at midfield.
So a light crowd here tonight, as you might expect. A cold, rainy night, but glad you're with us. And Eastern looking to get its first league win after the loss to West York last week. Dover with the win over Gettysburg. And both teams overall 2-2. Eastern in its own 20, 1st down now. Kalk puts a man in motion. Takes the snap and hands it off to Klein. Klein at the 25, flag flies. Logan Klein out to about the 30-yard line. John Sterner brings him down, but we'll see where this penalty flag is. It's typically in that holding area. And the referee will...
This will be the first penalty against the Knights.
Referee will tell us it is a hold against Eastern. The flag's at the 24, so that'll move it back to the 14, and we'll make it 1st down and 16 when we resume. We have 1 second left here, so I think once they set this in play, they'll roll that. So we'll probably get the quarter break here. And the officials deciding, I don't know where this is going to be spotted, I guess. Should be back at about the 14.
Can tell how much coaches for the Eastern Knights drill the coaching point ball security as these running backs keep 2 hands on it until they break out into open territory.
And they walk it back to the 14-yard line, so it will be 1st and 16 from there for Eastern.
1st down and 16.
And after they spot this thing, I think they will roll the clock. And they will not. So we'll get one more play off, and it's handed off to Klein. Klein out across the 15, out to the 17-yard line. Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13 when we return. After 1 quarter, it's Eastern 6, Dover nothing. This timeout courtesy of your neighborhood family markets. The Broadway Transmission second quarter is next on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Use your gold card every time you shop, and you'll automatically receive your savings and rewards. And you'll get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's New Oxford, and Stauffer's Downingtown markets. So get into the game with some great savings at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Always a hit and always a great catch.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Yorktown Roofing and Siding, locally owned and operated since 1992. The premier building materials distributor in Central PA. Distributors of roofing and siding, windows and doors, decking and railing, seamless gutter and gutter guard, and cabinets and vanities. Both wholesale and retail. Located at 261 Northeast Street in York. Online at YorktownRoofingandSiding.com or call 845-9447 or toll free at 1-800-457-3943.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And in the first play of the second quarter, I believe it's Klein who snowed under back at about the 12-yard line. They tried a little pitch, and that didn't work at all. We've got an Eastern player down at about the 35-yard line. And Derek Brenneman out there looking to make the tackle there for Dover, but the loss is to the 12, so it's a loss of about 5, and it's going to be third down and 18 when we resume. So Logan Klein's first negative play of the night sets Eastern up with a third and long. I was unable to pick up the number of the injured player there, so we'll try and get that when we can. In the meantime, we'll get you a Browns Orchards and Farm Market scoreboard update. Again, most of the games being played tonight. A couple of them are not. In the third quarter, some of the games started early. DeLone leading Littlestown 13-0 at halftime. It's Hanover 12, York Catholic 0. In the second quarter, Suburban leads Ephrata 8-0. And in the second quarter, it's Red Lions 7, Northeastern 0. Bermudian up big on Fairfield 21-0 in the first quarter. Gettysburg and Susquehannock tied at 7 in the first quarter. Dallastown leading William Penn 13-0 in the first quarter. And Spring Grove up on New Oxford 7-0 in the first quarter. Again, tomorrow it'll be Kennerdale playing West York at 5 o'clock. That will be at Suburban on the turf field there. And then Monday, Central at Southwestern at 6 o'clock. And that is your Browns Orchards and Farm Market scoreboard update. Our score is Eastern 6, Dover 0 with 11:50 left here in the Broadway Transmission second quarter. Eastern has a third down and 18 at its own 12, but we've got a player down for Eastern. Sawyer Richardson is the injured player there, and Sawyer is a 6'1", 163-pound senior safety for Dave Kemick's crew, and didn't see what happened to him. He was away from the action. He's down at the 35-yard line. They're looking at, looks like is it the right leg they're looking at?
Left leg.
Left leg.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
Not positive if it's Richardson, but I saw a 9 and a guy downfield, receiver position.
Yeah. Well, we'll hope it's nothing certainly too serious here. Always tough to see a player go down. Now he's starting to sit up, and they get him up on his feet, so that's good, although it doesn't look like he's putting much pressure on that one leg.
Injured player, Sawyer Richardson.
Oh, it's 18, actually. It's number 18. And so that's Derek Zurin. Derek Zurin. So Derek is in some pain out there, so we'll hope that Derek's going to be okay. He seems to be putting a little pressure on both legs right now, as the training staff will help him slowly off to this side of the field, away from the Eastern bench. They may be taking him back into the locker room to take a look at him. Derek Zurin also on a receiver on offense for Eastern, as well as getting some action in the defensive backfield. He is a 6'2", 165-pound senior. And they're going to bring out the cart, not to have him walk all the way to the locker room. I think will be where he'll be looked at more closely. And so they get the cart out onto the field here, and Derek will get on there. So We'll certainly wish the best for Derek. And now, guess he's not going to use the cart, so he is going to walk off. So,
too much water in the bed.
Yeah, you're probably right. All right, well, Derek makes his way off the field, and again back to the action on the turf field here. It's 3rd and 18 for Eastern at their own 12-yard line. They lead Dover 6-0 here, just underway in the second quarter, 11:50 remaining before halftime. Now they get Derek onto the table over here, so they'll take a look at him and see what the situation is. So Eastern trots back onto the field again. I apologize, those numbers, the gold numbers, I just cannot pick them up tonight, so be a little slow on some of the calls for you tonight. Ryan Kalke out of the gun, puts Sam Pollock in motion, takes the snap, and hands it off tackle. Not much there.
Brennan Shank, the ball carrier.
Brennan Shank.
Ledbetter
on the stop. No gain for Brennan Shank there, so it's going to be 4th down and 18, and a Fink's Garage punt coming up for the Eastern York Golden Knights. At least one would assume. They got to run some guys on there. They snapped it over the punter's head the first time, but Dover unable to take anything in. Bobby Lacates, the punter, I believe, for Eastern.
The Golden Knights, number 33, Bobby Lacates.
And there's movement now. That may have been on Dover's part. It looked like Dover's pointing at Eastern, and it's hard to say whether I didn't see the movement on the Eastern line first, but nope, it was Dover that encroached. So that'll move it up 5. It's still going to be 4th and long, be 4th and about 13 from there, so we'll still have a punt.
With the Golden Knights punting out of their own end zone. That's Ramir Bradshaw trying to get an early start, trying to make a play and try to get some points on the board for his team.
All right. So Lacates on to kick it away, and this snap is a good one, and Lacates steps into it, gets it away. Good high kick, and Snyder will field it at the Eastern 49 in the fair catch. So Dover in good field position on the Golden Knights side of the field at the 49. 1st and 10 from there for the Eagles, trailing it here by a score of 6-0. 10:50 left in the Broadway Trans second quarter. Again, the backup quarterback, Tad Piccino, is in there. He's a 5'11", 150-pound senior, as Tyler Blazowski injured his foot last year, and we are told he will be out till November. So if the Eagles get into the playoffs, he could be back, or possibly their last regular season game. Under center, Piccino on 1st down, hands it to the up back, and that's Ledbetter, and he dives forward for about a yard to the 48-yard line. Brennan Shank there on the stop for Eastern, and it's a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
You got to wonder how much these Eagles are really missing their starting quarterback, Tyler Blazowski. Is really the rain stopped right before the game started.
Yeah.
And right now would be a good time for the Eagles to go to the air and mix things up on offense.
And the Eagles have a wide receiver to the near side, and that is Kyer Watkins on 2nd down. They run the option. They pitch it back to Moan. Moan is hemmed in by a bunch of guys in white shirts and goes down at the 45. That was well defensed from the beginning by Eastern. Brennan Shank, Wyatt Smith in there on the stop for Eastern, as they had that one figured out from the get-go. And it's a loss of 6. It'll be 3rd and 15 for Dover from its own 45.
Eagles having a real tough time trying to get soaring as these Knights just fly into the ball with some team defense. Really good job by these white shirts.
And so on 3rd and 15, we'll see what Dover does. Piccino is 0 of 3 through the air so far. He sends 3 wide receivers up top, 1 to the near side, and he's flanked by Ledbetter to his left. Out of the shotgun, Ledbetter in motion, now 4-man front for Eastern, and has time. And now running out of time, steps away from it. Piccino looking to run at the 45, cuts upfield at midfield and crosses midfield down to the 46, gains 9, but that's not going to get the job done. Landon Mapstone on the stop. It's a gain of 9, but it's still going to be 4th down now and about 7 for Dover from the 46 of Eastern.
Fun matchup to watch on the line of scrimmage. 2 seniors going at it. Offensive tackle number 65, Jared Hilbert, and defensive tackle number 72, Jake Taughton. Taughton got an early start there, gave some pressure, and forced Pinot to get on the run.
They're going to go for it as Dover on 4th down and about 7 from the Eastern 46. Or they're going to, they do throw it across the middle and knocked away At the last minute, pretty good defensive play that time by Seth Bernstein as they fired it downfield. Did Dover for Cole Jesmer, but the pass batted away, so it is incomplete. And on downs, Eastern will take over at its own 46, first down and 10 from there.
I think that's exactly the kind of play where they missed Tyler Blazowski, is that little touch and the timing from the starting quarterback and his receivers.
So the Golden Knights with a 6-0 lead taking over here at their own 46. 8:39 left here in the Broadway Transmission second quarter. The high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. This is the lineup we saw when they started the game. Everybody in tight, put a man in motion, play fake, and now the quarterback Kalki's going to run. He gets back to the line, and that's about it. I think maybe he wanted to hand that thing off, but they missed it. So it's no gain. It's going to be second down and 10.
I think that'll help Eastern York sustain some success tonight by mixing up those formations. Of course, the Dover Eagles are prepared for this and have their certain run blitzes based off those formations they see. And what they've seen coming into this game is more of the spread offensive look through the middle of the field. And as you get close to the red zone, they bring in those two tights. But with the weather tonight, they've been sticking with these two tights all over the field.
So second down, they gave him a yard there. 2nd and 9 from the Knights' 47-yard line. And Kalki under center has a man in motion and flag flies. That may have been a delay of game. Came from the back judge, and I think it is. So that's going to cost the Knights 5, and it'll move them back to the 42, and it'll be second down and 14 from there.
And we saw the last drive. Golden Knights started on the 20-yard line after a touchback and killed that drive with a holding penalty. Weren't able to get out of it. And ended up punting out of the shadow of their own field goal post.
So second down and about 14 from the 42-yard line for Eastern, their own 42. As they'll send two wide receivers up top now. And Kalki will go from under center with a single back. And they run it straight up the middle, and nothing doing there as that was Logan Klein on the carry there, and no gain. Ramir Bradshaw and Najah Fink on the stop, so it's going to be third down and 14 from the 42-yard line. Najah Fink out there at 6'6". Of course, he's the center on the Eagles basketball team here. So getting a little football action at the defensive end spot.
Yeah, you can tell just by looking out there. He's a big man.
Yeah. 6'6", about 235. So third and long, and Eastern will run it, and a couple of tackles broken out to the 44. Bradshaw again on the stop, and Fink. Klein gets 2, and that's it. So it's going to be fourth down and about 12 from there, and probably a Fink's garage punt.
We've been seeing that all night with these Eagles defenders come flying in and not wrapping up, not breaking down, getting a good athletic position and making nice form technique tackles.
Well, Dover really doesn't have to worry much about the past. Eagles, Knights have not thrown the football yet tonight. And so there's a Fink's garage punt, and a flag flies here as LaCates went back into deep punt formation. And this may be, if this is against Dover, it's going to be a first down. And it is. So the Golden Knights are going to get a first down on this penalty against Dover.
Should just be just a 5.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a 5. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's the not the first down marker, but the initial marker I was looking at. Sorry about that. So it moves it to the 49-yard line. It'll set up from there a fourth down and about 7. So LaCates will boot it. Snyder is deep for Dover. 6:23 left in the second quarter. Still 6-0 Eastern, and almost blocked. He did get it away, and it hits it about the 33-yard line and takes a sideways bounce out of bounds right there. So Dover will have it. First and 10 there, as coming through there was Cole Jesper. Almost got that block for Dover, but Eastern able to get it away. We're going to take a break. We'll be back 6-0 Eastern on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Visit our store next to Sam's Club in East York or visit us online at fastsigns.com.
Hi, this is Dave Kemick, head coach of the Eastern York Golden Knights. You're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And on the first down, Duran Ledbetter off the right tackle, gains 4. It's about 2nd and 6 from the 37 now. And Picano working out of the shotgun, hands it off to Ledbetter, I believe.
Brett
Mullen. And he got about a yard, and that was about it, as Landon Mapstone on the stop there out to the 38. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 5 from there for the Dover Eagles.
3rd and 5, and believe it or not, this is about the best situation they've had on a 3rd down so far in this game, as we see 5 minutes, 15 seconds on a winding clock in the second quarter.
Offense has been tough to come by for the Eagles here tonight. They're down 6-0, as you mentioned, just over 5 left here in the second quarter. Picano out of the gun, looking to throw now, fires it across the middle and behind his receiver, Caden Snyder, and that's going to be a 4th down now for Dover in their own territory, so we'll see if they kick it away here, as Picano is the punter. He's 0-5 tonight through the air. That time had Snyder on a little slant route, but threw it behind him.
Yeah, about 3 times he's had receivers and missed them tonight.
So Picano will be in the punt formation here. Looks like a shotgun with 4 wide receivers on 4th down and 3, but he's kicked out of this a couple times, and a flag flies from the umpire. And we'll see what this call is. Looks like against Dover, as the Eagles are walking backwards. And the indication is a procedure. So it'll move it back and make it a 4th down at about 8, or almost 10 actually, back to the 33-yard line. So you would certainly expect a Finks Garage punt out of this. There's the snap. Picano runs to his right, kicks it away. High, short kick just across midfield at about the 42 or 43, and Dover downs it right around there. So Eastern going to have pretty good field position here, as they will start at their own 42-yard line. Still leading 6-0, 4:51 left here in the Broadway Transmission second quarter.
Eastern starts 1st and 10.
Well, it's a cold night out there, and it's been a game dominated by the defenses mostly. Eastern with the 2-yard touchdown run from Logan Klein, and that has been it. And Eastern is totally on the ground tonight so far. They have run 18 plays, all running plays here in the first half.
And the Eagles certainly have the talent. Surprised I'm not seeing more explosion out of this defensive front and just creating penetration in that backfield to stop the run from the Golden Knights.
Yeah, there's not much threat of a throw. Kalki in the shotgun, and they hand it straight ahead, and nothing doing there. Logan Klein is spun down right about the line of scrimmage. Cole Jesmer, the guy to bring him down. There is no gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
There you see the blitz coming off of both sides of the ends, trying to collapse any kind of outside running lanes, and good job by Jesmer getting in and making the play.
2nd and 10 for the Knights from their own 42-yard line now. 4:20 remaining here in the first half, and it's still 6-0 Eastern. Now they have a tight formation again. And Kalki under center, puts Klein in motion, gives it to him, trying to get to the corner, and does at the 45, and stretches out to about the 47 or 48-yard line before he is stopped there. Sterner from his defensive back spot to make the tackle. And they're going to spot this thing, it looks like, at about the 48-yard line, so it's a gain of 6, it would appear, and it's going to be 3rd down and 4 now for the Eastern York Golden Knights, just 2 yards shy of midfield. And the Knights still leading it here by a score of 6-0. And then Mapstone, the center, out over the football. That tight formation again. Kalki under center. Puts the man in motion. And they give it straight ahead to the up back there. And that was Pollock. And Zutel on the stop, but Pollock has enough for the first down as he moves it to the 47, so it's a gain of 5 for Sam Pollock, and his 4th carry of the football game moves it to the Dover 47 and a 1st and 10.
Knights are dominating in the first down category. That's their 5th first down of this first half to Dover's 1.
And Kalki on the handoff And they get it just inside the 45 before they're shoved back. It's Brennan Shank. To the 44 goes Shank. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down and 7 from there for Eastern.
Shank hunched over in the huddle, grabbing his left arm.
So Eastern moving the football a little bit here. They have 1 first down in the Eagle territory at the 44. We're down to 2:44 left in the Broadway transmission second quarter. And again, the tight formation, Kalki under center. And there was movement there, I believe, on the part of the tight end. They actually threw a pass to Seth Bernstein, believe it or not. But I think it was Bernstein who moved, and it is procedure against Eastern. So that'll move it back 5 to the 49, and from there will be 2nd and 13. Bernstein was probably so excited they were actually going to throw the ball that he got started early.
So they're finally going to throw. Got to make it work. Let me get a head start.
Yep. And they move it back to the 49 of Eastern. That should be at the 49 of Dover. Yeah, well, that's not right, but that's where it is.
Ball is spotted on the 49-yard line, 2nd down and 13.
So that ends up being a 7-yard penalty, not a 5-yard penalty. And it will be 2nd down and about 14 from there. Kalki under center, and he hands it off to Shank. Shank running hard down to the 45 of Dover. And he's stopped by Chase Heath there, a sophomore defensive end. So that's a gain of about 6, and from there it's going to be 3rd down and about 8 for the Eastern York Golden Knights.
Been waiting for them to open up that passing game. Really upset I had to go with a penalty.
Yeah, throw it at least once. Under 2 minutes now left in the first half. 6-0 Eastern, and they're a 3rd and 8 at the Dover 45. Could be 4-down territory for them if they don't get it here. And the tight formation again. In motion is Klein, and they give it to him behind Pollock. Looking to get the corner, turns up field instead, gets down to about the 43. So he picked up only 2. Sterner again up for run support from his defensive back spot. So from there it's now going to be 4th down and about 7, and we'll see what the Eastern decides to do.
It looked like they might cut the edge and get some extra yardage on that play. Great job by Amari Peterson, the 6', 150-pound junior. Shutting off that edge and forcing them back inside where the defensive help.
Only a minute 15 left here in the first half, and Eastern may let this run down and then take a timeout here. We'll be down to about a minute left in the half, and that will allow them some extra time to decide if they want to go for it here on 4th down, which I think they probably might. Dover hasn't had a lot of success offensively, and they do take the timeout with 58 seconds remaining. We'll take it with them. 6-0 Eastern. This timeout courtesy of your neighborhood family markets on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350.
Need new flooring? Buy it at the store voted best in York and recommended by more of your friends, Wecker's Flooring Center. Here's why. Wecker's has far more flooring in their warehouse than any home center, with prices on remnants and rolls that no one can match. For hardwood that lasts a lifetime and laminate that's good for your family, Wecker's is your store. Plus, Wecker's has their own installation crews, so you feel good about them in your home. Right now, ask about free carpet installation. Trust Wecker's Flooring Center off the Route 30 Hellam exit.
Hi, I'm Dover football coach Wayne Snellbaker. You're listening to the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
All right, out of the timeout here, Ron Room and Gareth Hissong with you. 58 seconds before the Vito's Pizza halftime show. We're going to send Steve Navaroli out to Vito's, get us some pizza at halftime here. And it's got to be a Finks Garage punt here. Look, Cates drops into punting formation, about 4th and 7. And get a good snap. The rush comes. They get it off just over John Sterner. Oh, and they throw the flag. Sterner ran into him and didn't knock him over, but he did hit him, as the home fans are not happy. As you can hear, about 30 folks in the stands on this miserable night, but they go running into the punter. Now that's running in. That's 5 yards, so that will not be a first down, but it's going to be leaving just about 2 yards shy, so we'll see if Eastern, with 51 seconds, decides to go. Now, some of the folks aren't happy about that, but he ran into him, and you can't do that. And Sterner did not hit the ball. Came close, so we'll see what Eastern decides to do on what will now be a 4th down and about 2.
Well, they got to be frustrated with their players, not the refs, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's one of those things where he was close, but yeah, you gotta
put on the brake.
Yeah. Let's see if the officials can get the walk-off right this time. They seem to be talking about it. Maybe they're ordering a Vito's Pizza down there. What are they doing? Well, they're marching it off a 15-yard penalty. He did not indicate a personal foul on that.
This is interesting. I don't know
what
why.
Are they doing?
I don't know why Wayne's
They declined the penalty. They're taking the punt.
Oh, they declined the penalty and took the punt.
Penalty is declined. Eagles start 1st and 10.
Okay, well, I guess they felt it was not, they didn't want to go for it. They want to kick it again. So Dover has it at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10, just 51 seconds left here before halftime. And we'll see if the Eagles try and fire it downfield. Pickano in the shotgun, has 4 wide receivers and puts a man in motion. That's Duran Ledbetter coming our way. So they are going to throw, and Pickano across the middle, overshoots his man Moan, and it's picked off there. But no, it wasn't. Seth Bernstein had it and then dropped it. So it is incomplete. And so it's going to be 2nd down and 10 with 46 seconds left.
Bernstein took a shot at it, and if he didn't have a chance, Sawyer Richardson would have caught it with a basket catch right against his chest and would have been off to the races.
So 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line for Dover, their own 14. 6-0 Eastern with 46 seconds left before halftime. 3 wides to the near side, 1 to the top as Dover goes right to left here in the second quarter. Pickano on a little flanker screen out here to Brenneman. Brenneman puts his head down, gets out to about the 19, and he is tackled out there by Yashim Snyder, the linebacker. So it's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down from there. First completion of the night for the Dover Eagles, and Dover takes a timeout here, their first of the half, with 30 seconds left. So it's 3rd and 5, Dover at their own 19-yard line. Derek Brenneman, their leading receiver, coming in. He had 12 catches for 156 yards. That one good for 5. And maybe that's the throw they ought to really be doing, because that was one where you don't have to throw into coverage. You kind of get a quick shot out there, and Brenneman's a big guy. He can make some yards running. Derek, 6'1", 210-pound senior.
We've seen this defense for the Golden Knights fly to the ball. Good swarming team defense. Why not line up like that? Throw those wide receiver screens, loosen up the defense, and let your offense have a little bit more fun. You see a little bit more pop, a little bit more energy. When they spread out and get some things going, get some momentum, get some rhythm for that quarterback, and then start taking shots downfield.
3rd and 5, Dover at its own 19 with 30 seconds left in the half, and Pickano looking to throw, fires it over the middle, but missed his man Caden Snyder there, so it is incomplete, and that's going to be 4th down. And most likely a Fink's Garage punt from the 19-yard line. If they turn it over, they would give it to Eastern with 20 seconds or so left right in the red zone. And so they whistle it into play, and Pickano in the punt or shotgun formation. He is the quarterback and the punter tonight. And he will punt it, runs to the right, and kicks a high, short kick. And hits at about the 42, takes an Eagle bounce out to the 49-yard line. So 16 seconds left before halftime, and Eastern will have it following that Fink's Garage punt at the Dover 49-yard line, 1st and 10. So Eastern, which is not thrown the ball yet tonight, they did go to throw it once, but there was a penalty. We'll see if they fire it downfield here with 16 seconds left. They have they have 2 timeouts remaining, I'm sorry. We'll see what they decide to do here, leading 6-0.
Played real conservative on that last drive after that running into the kicker penalty. They declined it. Could have had a shot at a 4th and 2, but decided to play defense, see what they had in mind if they got the ball back.
Kalki trying to arrange his players here. He sends Yashim Snyder to the near side and a man to the top as well out of the shotgun. Kalki going to throw. Pressure comes, fires it deep down the middle, and Snyder almost went up for it, but it was almost picked off, though, by Brett Moan at about the 20-yard line. It's incomplete, and it will be 2nd down and 10 with 9 seconds left. Good defense that time by Brett Moan, the 5'11", 175-pound senior cornerback.
Started to think if these Golden Knights can't get lined up on offense, it's got to be something new. It's got to be a pass.
Right, that's right. First pass attempt of the half, so we have not had a lot of throwing on either side tonight. That's the first for Eastern, and for Dover, they've thrown it 8 times, 1 completion for 5 yards. And so Eastern with 9 seconds left as the football is not yet set. And they set it out at the Dover 49-yard line. 9 seconds left before halftime. So we'll get at least one more playoff here. And Kalki will work from the shotgun. Hands it straight up the middle and down to about the 43-yard line is the running back, Logan Klein, and that's it. So Klein gets 7, but that's the end of the first half. Our score, Eastern 6 and Dover nothing. The Vito's Pizza halftime show comes your way next. You're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, and our timeout courtesy of your neighborhood family markets on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Serving York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 till 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, only $3.99, or a small sub for only $4.25. Monday night, 2 large cheese pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, a large stromboli and large pitcher of soda, just $11.99. Wednesday, a large cheese pizza and large pitcher of soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m. Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in at 1734 South Queen Street, York, or get carry-out. Call 843-1143. Frustrated with the returns or the lack thereof in the stock market? Are you tired of giving back the returns you do make whenever there's a downturn? Would you like to keep the returns you make and have them locked in annually? Learn more about protecting your retirement and investment dollars. Call Tom Dasher Investment Services, 717-246-3879 or 717-487-2096. If your mutual funds are underperforming or your CDs aren't returning what you'd like, contact Tom Dasher Investment Services, 246-3879 or 487-2096.
Which is better? Getting the perfect set, the perfect approach, and powering through the ball with the perfect hit? Or reading the hitter, moving to the ball, and making the perfect dig? Flying Feet knows the answer. It all depends on which side of the net you're on. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes is Central PA's home court for volleyball, featuring the names that know the game, including Asics and Mizuno. Flying Feet offers volleyball spandex and shorts and the best selection of knee pads around. Flying Feet is also your active ankle connection, the same active ankle braces chosen by coaches and players at the college level. And because volleyball isn't just for the gym, Flying Feet carries a great selection of indoor and outdoor balls for working it out on the beach or in the backyard. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, the sportswear specialty store without specialty store prices. Flying Feet. 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, just off exit 18 of I-83, next to Battery Warehouse.
Core Design Group, a local architectural and structural engineering firm, is celebrating 10 years of serving its partners in York County and beyond. Core specializes in commercial, healthcare, houses of worship, industrial, higher education, and residential. For more information, visit our new website at www.core-designgroup.com or call 717-741-2046.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And we are back at halftime. Ron Ruman, Gareth Hissong with you here on the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. And the Eastern York Golden Knights lead the Dover Eagles by a score of 6-0. It has been a defensive battle in a cold, rainy night, and we're informed by Jamie Evans, our videographer from Game Time, that we erred when we said it stopped raining. In fact, it had not. So he is enduring that tonight. So all you folks watching on Game Time, you got to give Jamie a pat on the back, as he is doing yeoman's duty up on the top of the press box tonight on a miserable night up there. So we thank Jamie for that. So anyway, that's the scoop here at halftime in the Vito's Pizza halftime show. Time now for our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap. Take a deep breath, Gareth, and see if you can get it all in here.
Well, we haven't had much light up on the scoreboard in this first half, which is good because it's going to be a tight ball game as we go into the third quarter. And on the second possession, Eastern York traveled 76 yards in 7 plays, 3 minutes, 19 seconds, finished the drive with Logan Klein scoring his 3rd touchdown of the year on a 1-yard barreling touchdown run, just getting over the goal line with some grit. And that was with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first quarter, and that gives us the only score and our halftime score, Eastern York over Dover, 6-0. And that's my apologies, Jamie. That's me who misspoke about the rain not stopping.
All right, that's our Yorktown Roofing and Scoring Recap for the first half here as Eastern leads Dover 6-0 here on the Vito's Pizza halftime show. We are going to take a break. We'll come back with our halftime stats, courtesy of Kochman Kunkel Insurance. After this, you're listening to the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Kochman and Kunkel Insurance Group, part of the Keystone Insurers Group, can save you 15 to 50% for just 15 minutes of your time. We customize plans for your needs and find you the best rate and protection. Discounts for good driver, good student, homeowners, renters, and multiple policies. Plus health, life, and all types of business insurance. Locally owned by Rudy and Pam Kochman, 3217 East Market Street, York. Call 854-0300 or online at KIGYork.com. Kochman and Kunkel Insurance Group, a proud supporter of local high school sports. Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or our new location, 1399 South Queen Street at 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
Broadway transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man.
I know they helped me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
And welcome back to Dover. Ron Room and Gareth Hissong with you on the Vito's Pizza halftime show on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. It is Eastern 6, Dover nothing here at halftime. Time now for our halftime stats brought to you by Kochman Kunkel Insurance. And not a lot to talk about offensively tonight for Eastern. Logan Klein did have a good first half, 15 carries for 90 yards, including that 2-yard touchdown run. Sam Pollock, 4 carries for 13 yards. Ryan Kalke, 1 carry for 1 yard. And Brennan Schenk, 6 carries for 16 yards. So 26 rushes, 120 yards for Eastern in the first half. They are 0 of 1 passing, so that is it for their total offense tonight, 120 yards in the first half. For Dover, not a lot to speak of offensively either. Brett Moen, 2 carries for -5 yards. Duran Ledbetter, 6 carries for 25 yards. Tad Piccino, the quarterback, 5 carries for 18 yards. So Dover, 13 carries for 38 yards on the ground tonight. Through the air, 1 of 8 are the Eagles, and they had a 5-yard completion to the tight end Derek Brenneman, who was split out wide just before halftime. And so Dover just 43 yards of total offense here in the first half, and the Eastern York Golden Knights lead it by a score of 6-0. Those halftime stats brought to you by Kochman Kunkel Insurance. We're going to take a break, come back, and Gareth is going to talk with the venerable Steve Navaroli. Get his impressions of the first half of this high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
What do John Yachty, Jacob Yachty, Austin Tillotz, and Kelly Ryan and Morgan Klunk have in common? Besides being basketball players, 2,000-point scorers, all-state athletes, or state champions, they all trained with John Kirchner at Unique Physique. John guarantees that he will increase your vertical jump, increase your strength, quickness, and get you ready for the upcoming season. Coaches, get your team ready with plyometrics, and John will even come to your gym to get your team ready. Players and coaches, call John Kirchner at Unique Physique at 755-2639 for details.
Today, it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection, impersonal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Keep up to date on Penn State football throughout the season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. I'm Ron Ruman, and I've been covering the Nittany Lions since the 70s. Tune in weekdays all season long to get the latest from Coach James Franklin and the players. Penn State updates are brought to you by your neighborhood family markets, Nels, Sobels, Wetzel's, and New Oxford, Penn State York, and financial advisor Dave Sprinkle. Stay up to date on Penn State on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Get ready for winter now and save big on your heating oil or propane costs. Call today to schedule your first fill, and don't forget to ask our energy advisors about the right money-saving plan or budget to fit your lifestyle. Lock in your rate and protect your price all winter. Our price-protected customers save an average of $325 per year. Visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-4SHIPLEY, and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy, energy for life.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Welcome back to Dover for our Vito's Pizza halftime show, and you fans get a treat tonight. We have the special guest, well-renowned Steve Navroli with us tonight. Steve, what do you think of the game so far? You're a little bit more familiar with these teams coming in here than myself, so talk to us a little bit about what you expected and how it played out so far in this first half.
I would think as far as play selection, it played out pretty much as I expected. Eastern with one passing attempt, and I'll be honest, I don't think if it's not the end of the half and they're trying to get one, I don't even think we would have seen that necessarily.
We don't see any at all.
Exactly. I mean, they did have the one that was called back on a penalty, but that's strictly just to kind of keep the other team honest a little bit. And you know what, that may have worked because if not for the penalty, I think they would have had a big gain there, actually. So, it's easy to get lulled to sleep with everybody in the box against a team that's going to do nothing but run the ball. So, but that was exactly what I expected. In Dover, 7-8 passing attempts, only the one completion. It's not a great night to try to pass the ball. I think if you're the Eagles, you're probably a little disappointed that your running game isn't getting nearly what you expected out of it.
In the second half, do you see anything changing for either side of the ball?
It's certainly not for Eastern. I think we're going to see more of the same. But let me say this. There's a reason for it, and that is because, yes, they run the ball well, but their defense is very good. And I think that's kind of the underappreciated thing that Dave Kemick has brought here when he took the job, now in his second year, the defensive front that he has brought. And, Eastern was a team for many years that could light up the scoreboard, but they'd also give up points. And that has changed. That entire mentality has changed under Dave Kemick, and this is a perfect example of that. I think Dover will loosen up a little bit. I think they'll get the ball moving a little bit more. I think we'll see a little more inside the 40s play the second half. I'm not going to guarantee it's going to relate to many points. It's just not that kind of night, obviously.
You think we'll see anything change on the scoreboard tonight? You think Eastern will come out on top?
Well, I don't. I'll say this: I don't think we're going to see 6-0 anyhow finish. I'll play it that way, right in the middle.
Good. Well, thanks for hopping on and give us a spot tonight, and we'll take another break and continue our Vita's Pizza halftime show after this.
Thank you.
My name is Bob Innerst. I've been a York Traditions Bank customer since 2008. One of the things that I like about York Traditions Bank is that I know everyone is right here in the York area and everybody's local, and the decisions are made, right here at the bank. So I feel very comfortable if I need a loan or if I have a question about anything, I'm going to get the answer from the people right here. Because we live here too means that they share a lot of the same concerns that I do. I know that they give back to the local community, and it really makes a difference. They're invested here. That's important to me. I now tend to measure other businesses that I deal with the level of service that I get at York Traditions Bank. I feel that York Traditions Bank never takes my business for granted. I highly recommend York Traditions Bank to anyone.
Transition to traditions today. York Traditions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
Tailgating or planning football parties? Get the party started with great products from Best Yet at your neighborhood markets. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet rolls, Best Yet 12 packs of soda with a Best Yet Rising Crust pizza, and know that Best Yet products have been trusted and valued by families since 1893 with a quality that is backed by a double your money back guarantee at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's Enola, and New Oxford.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And welcome back to Dover. Ron, Room, and Gareth Hissong with you. Thanks to Steve Navaroli for stopping by and giving us his thoughts on the game here. 6-0 Eastern leading Dover at the halftime now for our York Traditions Bank halftime scoreboard show from around the league. And DeLone, the Squires, getting a win tonight over Littlestown, 26-7, so that makes Gareth happy.
Good bounce back.
Bet. Gettysburg and Susquehannock tied at 7 at the half, so the Warriors looking to get win number 2 of the season. Also, a good one at Northeastern. Red Lion and Northeastern tied at 7 at the half. Those teams battling for first place right now in Division I. And also at halftime, Suburban up on effort, a 36-0. So the Trojans looking to go above 500 overall for the season if they can hang on through the second half, and they probably will in that one. Bermudian 35, Fairfield 6 at the half. Spring Grove leading New Oxford 34-0 at the half. Wow, the Rockets exploding on offense in the second quarter. Dallastown 44 and York High 0. Boy, a long year for Sean Heinold and the William Penn Bearcats. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock at Suburban, it will be Kennerdale and West York playing there. And Monday it'll be Central at Southwestern. Don't forget, next Friday we'll be at Red Lion, a big Division I matchup as the Lions host the Mustangs of Southwestern. And that is our York Traditions Bank halftime scoreboard show at 6-0 here, Eastern leading it. We'll have our Penn State York coaches pep talk and the Fast Sign second half kickoff after this on the high school football game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 13 WOY.
High school senior or adult interested in attending Penn State, don't miss the Penn State York Open House, October 24th, 9 to 2 at the Pullo Center. Learn about the admissions process, financial aid options, meet faculty and students, and tour the campus. Explore our 10 four-year degree programs offered at York, including new BS in Biology and BA and BS in Psychology, and learn about Penn State's 2+2 program. Start at York and finish your degree at another Penn State campus. Call 771-4040 or register online at york.psu.edu/open house.
Not only can you feel it in the air, you can hear it. High school football. Charlie and everyone at Maple Donuts salutes this year's high school players, cheerleaders, coaches, band members, and assistants across the county. You make fall fun. When kickoff rolls around, there's nothing better than pregame tailgating at the stadium. With your Maple Donuts, of course. Kids of every age love Maple Donuts 58 varieties, especially on a crisp fall game day. Charlie's Donut Squad is working hard every day to make sure you head over to the high school with your favorite lineup: jelly-filled, glazed, pumpkin, chocolate peanut butter, and brewing up some of that famous fresh Maple Donuts coffee. So what's the game plan, high school football fans? Just make sure you show up with a big orange box filled with Maple Donuts, because I don't care who you're rooting for, it's a winner every time.
Maple Donuts taste right.
Brown's Orchards and Farm Market in Loganville was built on teamwork, commitment, and passion. For over 65 years, Brown's has been a delicious destination for hand-picked fruits and award-winning bakery treats. As we celebrate football season, make Brown's Catering your tailgating headquarters for barbecue, party trays, wings, steamed shrimp, giant 2-foot subs, and more. Brown's applauds every football player, coach, cheerleader, band member, and parent for your teamwork, commitment, and passion for the game. Come to Brown's in Loganville to celebrate the big win. BrownsOrchards.com.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And the Fast Signs kickoff to open the second half. Eastern booting to Dover. Bobby locates it. Another very short kick fielded by one of the upmen at the 39. It's Duran Ledbetter, and Ledbetter breaks a tackle. He's at midfield, and he is hit and brought down right there as making the tackle for Eastern that time was... Thank you. Riley Portera on the stop on the special teams play, a junior. So Dover will have it 1st and 10 right at midfield. Let's get our Penn State York coaches pep talk as we begin the Maple Donuts third quarter first for the Dover Eagles.
I'm sure that Coach Snellbaker was in there telling them to get a little bit more pep in their step on both sides of the ball. You need to fly to the ball more on defense, read their keys, and on offense, let's make something happen, make some plays, get that offensive line a little grooved up.
1st and 10 right at midfield here for Dover. Now they put Moan in motion and they hand it to him. Brett trying to get the corner, does at the, or no, I'm sorry. And the ball may have come out. And Picano kept it there, and apparently Tad able to fall on it there as it was loose for a moment there, but they were able to get it back was Dover. So Picano with the 5-yard gain on 1st down, and it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the 45 from there. And our coach's pep talk for the Eastern York Golden Knights.
Keep flying to the ball on defense, doing a good job. This defense is tough, as Steve Navaroli told us. And on offense, keep executing. Let's mix it up and get those first downs.
And Moan has it coming to the near side on the handoff, and he runs hard down to about the 40-yard line. He's knocked out of bounds by Brennan Shank, but it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down as he gets it to the 40. Good hard young run by Brett Moan that time, and that's enough for a first down to the Eastern York 40-yard line.
I spoke a little bit in the first half about how much I enjoy watching Duran Ledbetter run the ball. I'll tell you what, Brett Mon is a great change of pace and very shifty. He's tough to bring down himself.
So 1st and 10 at the Knights 40-yard line, and Picano out of the shotgun now, and he's looking to run himself. He's in some trouble, and he's going to go down at the 44-yard line as Eastern had that one kind of diagnosed from the beginning. Sam Pollock in the backfield there for Eastern, along with Jake Touchton, the 6'1", 210-pound senior, loss of 4, and it's going to be 2nd down and 14.
Continue to see the woes on the offensive front for the Dover Eagles, and I think it's more about the talent that the Knights bring in here. Some big guys up front, and we're talking about Victor Velez, 235-pound senior, Wyatt Smith, 240-pound junior, Jake Touchton, 210-pound senior.
2nd and 14, Dover at the Eastern 44-yard line now, and a flag flies here with some movement along the line. So we'll see what this is. Eastern coming in was giving up 153 yards a game on the ground, 4.4 yards per carry, but they have been tough tonight. That's an offside against Eastern, and I think that was Jake Touchton that might have jumped that time, so that's going to move it down to the 39-yard line. From there, it'll be 2nd down and 9. And Dover just 38 yards on the ground in that first half, but they did pick up 10 on their first 2 carries before losing 4 in the second half. So 10 minutes left here in the Maple Donuts third quarter. Turning clock. Eastern 6, Dover nothing here in a Division II battle. Dover 1-0 in the league. Eastern 0-1. Both teams 2-2 overall. And they hand it off to Ledbetter running off the right side. And he breaks the first tackle. Runs hard inside the 35 to about the 34-yard line. Wyatt Smith had a hold of him there. And it's a gain down to the 30. Let's see where they mark this. Mark it at the 34, and it's got a gain of 5. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 for the Dover Eagles.
Definitely see a little bit more fire for this offense of the Dover Eagles coming out in this second half.
Yeah, a little urgency there for them here. They did not have success at all in the first half. So 3rd down and 4 from the Eastern 34-yard line now. Picano out of the shotgun, hands it off to Moan, and Moan is hit in the backfield. Sam Pollock comes crashing through and brings him down right at the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be 4th down and 4 from the, in fact, he lost a yard back to the 35. It's going to be 4th and 5 from there for Dover.
And I got to believe we're going to see another, whether it's a fake punt or not, I think they're going to go for it here as they're on the 34-yard line on the Knights side of the football field.
Three wide receivers to the top of the formation for the Eagles. One to the near side, and Picano working out of that shotgun. He's going to run it. Straight run. He's at the 35. He's at the 30. First down and more, the 25, and Picano down to the 20-yard line before he is spun down there by Seth Bernstein, and now 2 flags fly afterwards. It's going to be some kind of a personal foul. It's down to the 29 or the 19-yard line, so that is a gain of 15 on the straight run by Tad Picano, and we'll see what the penalty is afterwards. As 2 flags flew. They marked it at 20, so it was a gain of 14. 2 flags were thrown after that play was done. So we'll see what this call ends up being. Personal foul against Eastern, so that's going to add to it, and probably going to move it from the 20 to the 10. And it'll be first down and just about goal to go for Dover, trying to take the lead if they can score and get an extra point. It's 6-0 Eastern with 8:33 left in the Maple Donuts third quarter.
These Eagles can convert here from 1st and 10, 1st and goal. With a 10-yard line of the Eastern Knights would be a huge momentum boost coming out in this second half.
It sure would. So 8:33 left here in the Maple Donuts third. Andrew Hoffman to the top of the formation. Caden Snyder to the near side. Brenneman, the tight end, is to the near side as well. Picano out of the gun. Hands it off to Moan. Moan sweeping left, cuts inside the 5. And I think he meant it into the end zone. And no, apparently not. Just short. Moan running hard. Brennan Shank stopped him there just shy of the goal line. So a gain of 9 for Moan. And it's going to be second down and goal from the 1, but there's a flag on the field. And we'll see what this call is, and is a face mask against Eastern, so that's going to be a minimal yardage penalty because they were at the 1 or inside the 1 already. So it's going to be and it's second down and goal from there for Dover. Backs to the eye behind Picano as he is under center. And a quarterback sneak, and he is into the end zone. Good surge by the Dover offensive line. 8:08 left in the Maple Donuts third, and we are tied. Dover 6 and Eastern 6.
Great job by this Dover Eagle offense, setting the tone ever since that kick return from Duran Ledbetter. That sky kick, he was the up man, gets a great return. They get great field position, start at the 50-yard line, able to go 50 yards and punch it in for 6.
Now Josh Bradley on to attempt the important extra point now, try and break this tie. There's the snap, the set is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So via that extra point, Dover takes the lead 7-6 over Eastern. 8:08 left in the Maple Donuts third. This time out courtesy of your neighborhood family markets on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
When you need a haircut, where do you go? If you need a hair replacement, who's the expert? When barbers need a haircut, where do they go? The answer is Iacono's, of course, the most interesting barbers in York. Don't normally get a shave? Go to Iacono's, they'll take care of you. Need a facial? That's right, Iacono's is the place to get it done. Iacono's, the most interesting barbers in York. They do it all. For an appointment, call 854-8258. That's 854-8258.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in order. First in sport.
All right, it's a small crowd on a cold, rainy night at Dover, but the home fans coming to life there as the Eagles will take the lead 7-6 by virtue of the extra point here in the opening drive of the second half. We'll get that Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap in just a moment. Right now we've got a fast signs kick coming from Josh Bradley, and he boots it. A little bit longer kick this time. Bernstein will watch it go out of bounds. So that will be an illegal procedure penalty, and we'll give it to Eastern 1st and 10. Now let's get that scoring recap.
Great job by the Dover Eagles. They went 6 plays and 3 penalties for Eastern on that drive, but going 6 plays, 50 yards, in 3 minutes 37 seconds finished the drive with a 1-yard QB sneak by number 15 Tad Picano, and gets his second rushing touchdown of the year. And with 8:08 left on the clock in the third quarter, Dover took the lead for the first time tonight, 7, Eastern York 6.
All right, and a 1st and 10 for the Golden Knights at their own 35 now after that kick out of bounds. Kalki will go from the shotgun, and he hands it off to Klein. Klein running hard out to the 40-yard line. Ledbetter on the stop along with Brenneman. And it's a gain of 5 to the 40, and it's going to be 2nd and 5 from there. Logan Klein's 16th carry of the night now has 95 yards rushing. Coming in tonight, Logan 183 on the ground, 54 carries, and a couple of touchdowns. Has a touchdown tonight as well, a 2-yard run. 2nd and 5, Eastern in their own 40. Kalki brings him to the line now, puts Pollock in motion. Fakes it, keeps it, has a first down. Kalki runs hard to midfield, spins out of a tackle. Oh, he gets plastered at about the 45-yard line of Dover, but it's a gain of 15. And Chase Heath on the stop. Also had some help there for Dover from Joey Zutel, but it's a gain of 15 and a first down.
Kalki looking like a pinball out there, getting blasted by this defense from the Eagles, but not after getting a first down. And this Knights offense is rolling again on the 45-yard line, going left to right against the Dover's defense.
Both these offenses look like they're a little bit on fire here as we start the second half. Pollock in motion, and they hand it to Klein. Klein off the left side. He runs hard, and he's inside the 40 down to about the 39-yard line as the hit was applied there by Cole Jesmer, linebacker, and it's a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd and 4 from the 39.
We saw this out of the Eastern Knights in the first half. Their first two possessions, they ran 5 plays, ran 7 plays, and that's the most productive we've seen them in the first half. And looked like a good ball club coming out at the beginning of halves.
6:40 left in the Maple Donuts third. Dover 7, Eastern 6. Eastern with a 2nd and 4 at the Dover 39-yard line. Kalki working out of the pistol offense. He's going to run it on a keeper. Comes to the near side looking for a block. Gets one at the 35 and runs out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. As pursuing him there was Brett Moen. But it is a gain of 7 down to the 32, and that's a first down for the Eastern York Golden Knights.
7 to the 32. Yeah, if you're these Eagles, you have all that momentum after going down and having the ball first coming out in the second half, and you can't let your defense give up 5 yards a pop like this.
Clock stopped at 6:25 left in the third as Eastern will send a couple of receivers to the near side, and Kalki will work out of that pistol offense. He puts a man in motion, and he hands it straight ahead to Klein. Klein dives inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of about 4. A stop on the defense there was Chase Heath, the sophomore defensive end. They'll mark it at the 28. And so that's a gain of 5, another 5-yard gain there, and it's going to be 2nd down and 5 now.
And not that they need to because of how successful the running game is right now, but at any point you can go to the air, and these Dover Eagles will not expect it.
No. Kalki again out of that pistol, and again hands it to Klein. Klein has a hole down to the 19-yard line, and Brett Moen got him around the ankles. And is there a penalty flag on the field? There is. Yeah. Was a gain of about 4. He was a yard short, but it's going to be a holding penalty against Eastern, and that's going to take him back. Now that flag's at the 18 or 19-yard line, so it'll move him back, and it's going to be the flag was around the 23, I'm sorry, as he dove to the 24-yard line. So this will move him back to somewhere around the 35 as they walk it off, and they'll spot it at the 34, and from there it's going to be 2nd down and 12.
Ball spotted on the 34, 2nd down. It's the 4th foul already accumulated by this Knight team.
And Kalki calls signals, and he hands it off to Koenig. Koenig coming from the outside. Oh, was he popped that time. Caden Snyder put the lumber to him at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of about 4, and boy, he paid for that, and it's going to be 3rd down now and about 8.
Whoa, Koenig is a tough guy to just pop up right after that hit, and coach is going to give him a little bit of a break and let him get a spell on the sideline.
Yeah, he's typically a wide receiver, and his first carry of the night, he had one other carry coming in for 2 yards. So it's 3rd and 8, Eastern at the Dover 30-yard line now. 5 minutes left in the third, and Dover 7, Eastern 6. There's that tight lineup again. And the quick snap, and they hand it off to, couldn't pick it up, down to about the 26, Brennan Schenk. Murray and Snyder on the stop, down to about the 27-yard line, a gain of 3, and it's going to be 4th down and about 5 from there.
Knight's doing a great job of establishing the line of scrimmage on the defensive side of the ball, you just see a convergence of blockers leading the way for these running backs.
So it's 4th down and about 5 from the Dover 27, and Eastern going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll trail by a point with 4:17 left in the third. Schenk in the backfield with Klein. Puts Pollock in motion, takes the snap, is going to keep it. Straight up the middle he goes, and the pile moves forward near the 20-yard line. It's still moving, and Kalki is going to have the first down. They're going to mark it about the 21. So it is a gain of 6 and a 1st and 10 for the Eastern York Golden Knights.
Got to enjoy the mentality of this Golden Knight team to come out in the second half and see the Dover offense run down the field and punch it in quick. Able to respond on offense. Great drive thus far already. This will be the 9th play of the drive, and started at their own 35-yard line, and here they are on the 22-yard line of the Eagles.
Jashim Snyder and Jimmy Koenig up to the top of the formation, and Klein is to the left of Kalki in the backfield, and Klein gets it straight up the middle. Logan Klein runs hard down to about the 16-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 5 and a 2nd down and 5. They're in their Weckers Carpet red zone now. Chad Murphy on the stop. So Eastern, as you mentioned, they're getting about 5 yards a pop here almost every carry.
It's just same thing over and over again. Ain't broke, don't fix it.
So 2nd and 5 from the Dover 16-yard line now. Dover up 7-6 here, 3:20 on a turning clock in the Maple Donuts third quarter. Eastern breaks the huddle. Their play clock down to 7, so they're going to have to hustle and get this one underway. Kalki under center. Play clock at 3. Takes the snap. He's going to throw. Fires it for the end zone, looking for Bernstein, and unable to make the catch. Seth Bernstein, the tight end, running step for step with him was John Sterner, the defensive back, and just out of his reach in the end zone. So it's now going to be 3rd down and 5 from the 16.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Tough placement to come across the defender trying to make that play. Kalki could have helped him out, put it over his right shoulder a little bit more and let him come under with like a basket catch.
Only the 2nd pass of the night for Eastern. They are 0 for 2 through the air. So 3rd and 5 from the Dover 16 now, and Kalki will work out of that pistol. And he hands it off to Schenk. Schenk straight up the middle, and Brennan Schenk is down to about the 13-yard line. And it's going to be a gain of 3. And so it's going to be 4th down and 2 from there for Eastern. You got to believe they're going to go for it here.
Absolutely deep here in Dover territory, sitting at the 13-yard line, and the way they've been getting 5 yards a pop when they run the ball, surely expect a run up the middle.
And they will come out with Kalki under center. Schenk is behind him now, and the quarterback sneak. Kalki moves it forward to the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 3, and that's a 1st down. It can be 1st and goal for Eastern from the 10-yard line of Dover in the Weckers Carpet red zone. I credit that offensive line of Eastern there right now, Gareth.
Yeah, you do. I mean, you get 9 guys in the box from this defense play after play, and they continue to establish the line of scrimmage on the defensive side of the ball.
So the ball right at the 10, so it is 1st and goal from there for Eastern. 2:20 remaining in the Maple Donuts third. Dover up 7-6 over Eastern here. Been a tight ball game, defensive ball game, a lot of running. Only 1 completed pass in the ball game here tonight on a cold and rainy night in Dover. And Kalki again will work out of the pistol formation. He's got Schenk to his left, and Brennan has it. Stopped right about the line of scrimmage. A lot of guys there. Brett Moen brought him down, but also down around the legs was Derek Brenneman and Caden Snyder in there as well. And right about the line of scrimmage. No gain for Schenk. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 10.
As we get closer to the goal line, we see the defense bow up and close off every gap and not give this offensive line any open opportunity to open up holes for their running backs. Here we go on a 2nd and goal from the 10.
Snyder and Koenig up to the top of the formation, and motion is Pollock. It's going to keep her by Kalki, but he is not going to get anywhere. He's brought down right around the 10-yard line. Matt Farr, the senior defensive tackle, 6'3", 270, had good penetration that time. And they're going to drop him down at about the 11-yard line, so loss of a yard, 3rd and goal from there.
3rd down and goal.
Defense knows what they're going to get with this Eastern offense, running the same plays over and over again. here with a 3rd down and goal from the 11-yard line. Got to see if Eastern's going to open up the playbook a little bit.
Well, they haven't done much of that tonight, so we will have to see. And the play clock down to 12. They're still in the huddle, so they're going to have to hustle and get this play off.
With Dover throwing 9 guys in the box, it'd be nice to spread them out a little bit and get a little bit more room for the running backs.
Kalki, and there was a lot of movement that time as they were hustling to get that. Oh, now, be careful. They could, as Caden Snyder came through there along with Ramir Bradshaw and knocked Kalki over after the whistle had blown, but no flag there. It's going to be illegal procedure against Eastern, so that's going to move the ball back to about the 16, and it'll be 3rd and goal from there for the Golden Knights. Down to 38 seconds left in the Maple Donuts 3rd here. Still 7-6 Dover. Both these teams 2-2 overall. Dover 1-0 in the league. Eastern 0-1. They wind the clock now. So see what Eastern does on 3rd and goal. Now back at the 16. All in the Weckers Carpet red zone though. Don't know whether they would attempt a field goal here or not. Bobby Lacates is their kicker. Don't believe he has a field goal this season. Under center now is Kalki. And he's going to throw. He fires it for Connor Barshinger in the end zone, but overshot him there. The coverage was by Amari Peterson. Pretty good coverage, but overshot his man by a few yards. So Kalki 0 of 3 tonight passing, and it's 4th and goal from the 16 with 12 seconds left in the Maple Donuts 3rd. And we will see what Eastern 10 decides to do here.
We saw Connor Barshinger heading towards that back pylon, and his quarterback Kalki threw it a little bit too far up the field instead of towards that back pylon.
And Bobby Lacates is in to attempt a field goal. It will be a 34-yard field goal attempt now for the Eastern York Golden Knights. So we'll see if they can put this through and take the lead. And a flag is thrown. And Dover's clapping, so they may be moving this back 5 more yards. We will have to see. And it is illegal procedure against Eastern, so it will now become a 39-yard field goal attempt. And they have, it's like number 42, the holder, and he is not on the Eastern, 42 on the Eastern roster that I see. But I think they may have changed that up now that they moved it back 5 yards. We'll have to see. So we will... That was Isaiah King is the holder, I guess. I apologize. They do not have him on my roster.
What kind of crew we have up here? We have to bring up the Josh Scobie jokes?
Yeah. So on 4th down and goal from the 21, Eastern will go for it. And he is sacked. Kalki is sacked back at the 30-yard line as Ramir Bradshaw, I believe, came firing through there and got that sack for Eastern. So Kalki goes down at the 30-yard line. It's a loss of 9, and it's going to be on downs. Dover will take over, leading it 7-6. The Eagles have it their own 30 with 7 seconds left here in the Maple Donuts 3rd quarter.
Great timing by Ramir Bradshaw. Get rid of that block, and just as Kalki winds up to let it go, gets brought down to the turf.
And Picano working out of the shotgun, hands it off here to Moan, and Moan is out to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 6, 2nd and 4. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. We've played 3. It's Dover 7, Eastern 6. The York Mitsubishi 4th quarter comes your way next on the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Has the recent road construction on Market Street or Route 30 in York bothered you? Well, it's for sure that it's bothered the steering and suspension on your vehicle. At Fink's Garage, we've been straightening cars out for nearly 90 years. Call and let us align your car. Fink's Garage, a Napa Auto Care Center. 717-854-5175. That's 717-854-5175. Remember, being broken down stinks. Let us repair your car at Fink's.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Use your gold card every time you shop and you'll automatically receive your savings and rewards. And you'll get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's New Oxford, and Stauffer's Downingtown markets. So get into the game with some great savings at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Always a hit and always a great catch.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
Welcome back to Dover. We get the first play of fourth quarter. Another flag flies on a second down run.
So we will see what the scoop is here. And wait for the signal from the official.
Eastern with 5 penalties already in the second half, third quarter alone.
And it is a block in the back against Dover. And that'll move it back to the 21-yard line. And from there, it's going to be second down and about 19. So long yardage for the Dover Eagles here. And Picano out of the gun. They hand it off to Ledbetter. Ledbetter running to the near side, runs hard out across the 25 to about the 27-yard line, where he's dropped by Jashmir Snyder. A gain of about 8, and it's going to be third down now and about 12 for the Dover Eagles.
And Brett Moan, he can run the ball, but he can block too, as he decleats Sam Pollock on that play.
Yes, indeed. So third down and about 12 now for Dover at their own 28, leading 7-6, just underway in the York Mitsubishi fourth quarter here. 7-6 over the Eastern York Golden Knights. And Picano takes the snap, fires it across the middle. Oh, and was going for Ledbetter, and he was plastered just as the ball arrived by Seth Bernstein, and unable to complete it. Then good defense by Bernstein. He made the hit right at the exact time after the ball got there, so it is incomplete. It's going to be fourth down now for Dover, and that most likely a Fink's Garage punt as it's 4th and 12 at their own 28.
Would have been about a 9-yard gain with just the catch, and great timing and defense by Bernstein.
So Picano looking to kick it away. Oh, bad snap, but he does handle it now, gets the kick away very low, bounces at the 40, and takes a great Dover bounce across midfield and down to the Eastern 39-yard line. So ended up being a decent kick after one was only about in the air for about 10 yards, but it bounced for about 21. So Eastern will have it first and 10, its own 39 with 10:50 remaining here in the York Mitsubishi fourth quarter, and Dover leading Eastern 7-6.
Expect a lot of runs up the middle to the right and to the left. A nice mix of using both sides of the line and try to get a convoy of Golden Knights up the middle, as we've seen throughout the night for this Eastern offense.
So first and 10 at the 39-yard line, and Kalki will work out of the pistol offense now. He has two backs in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, and he's going to keep it, and he is hit in the backfield and goes down for about a yard loss. Good penetration by Dover that time. Cole Jesmer from his linebacker spot with the stop. It's a loss of 1. It's going to be second down and 11 from there for the Eastern York Golden Knights.
Really want to see this defense for the Eagles respond after that last drive, 11 plays. They marched down the field, were able to bow up and make a defensive stop and keep Eastern Knights off the board after some unfortunate penalties for the Knights. And here we go for a second and 11 from the 38-yard line.
Working again out of the gun or the pistol formation, and they're going to hand it off to Pollock on a counter give. Pollock has some running room off the right side. He's across the 45 out to about the 47 or 48 during Ledbetter on the stop. And they're going to mark this, I believe, at about the 48-yard line, a yard short of the first down, a gain of about 10. And it's going to be third down and just about 1 for Eastern.
Reminiscent of that first half, we saw a lot of missed tackles in this Dover Eagles defense, and really helped the success for the Knights.
Yep. So third and 1 now, Eastern at their own 48, 9:35 left in the game, and Dover leading it 7-6. Kalk facing a 6-man front, hands it off, and Logan Klein has a first down across midfield to the 49-yard line, gain of 3, and that'll move the chains for Eastern. Ledbetter on the stop, but it's a first down for the Golden Knights.
We talked about giving props to the offensive line of Eastern, but also with this misdirection game, they do a great job of execution in the backfield and carrying out their fakes. And you see the Dover defense having to read their keys and react instead of just running upfield and playing with reckless abandon.
Ball marked at the 49 of Dover, first down. Now Kalk hands it off to Klein. Klein making some guys miss, dives down to the 43 of Dover, gain of 6. And it's going to be second down and 4 from there. Klein running hard.
Seeing these engines get warmed up for the Eastern offense as they're starting to get 5 yards of pop again.
44, second down and 4.
Ball at the 43, it's a 6-yard gain, so second and 4 from there. 8:45 remaining in the football game, and Eastern down by a point, but on the move right now. 2 receivers to the near side. Kalki in the gun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Shank. Shank straight up the middle, makes a move, has a first down at the 35, and dives down to the 32-yard line. A gain of the 11 for Brennan Shank. Sterner on the stop. But that's a first and 10 for the Eastern York Golden Knights here as they continue to move it well on the ground.
Really having their way up front with this Dover defensive line. Really the whole defense, they bring 9-10 guys in the box.
Yep. Single wide receiver near side, but Eastern unlikely to throw it, and they hand it off. Again, a little counter give. I think that was Pollock, and he is down to the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 4, and it's going to now mark the 29, gain of 3, and it will be second down and 7 from there.
You see some guys pulling on the offensive front for the Knights, and they set up those seal blocks, keeping guys from the outside, but you don't see a whole lot of the Knights getting to the edge on the perimeter, but they've done a great job with this misdirection and running up the gut. As you see, the Eagles bring a lot of pressure from the outside, but nothing doing.
And they hand it off to Klein. Klein has a big hole right up the middle. He's inside the 25, slammed to the turf at about the 22 or 23-yard line. But that's going to be, if not a first down, very, very close to it. And I think he is being marked just short. So it's a gain of about 6 to the 23, but inches short. It's going to be third down and that much for Eastern.
7:16 on the clock, and we've got a third and about a foot here for Eastern Knights.
And third down and short for Eastern, and they move the pile forward across the 20 to about the 19-yard line. That's Brennan Shank and a bunch of Dover guys in on the tackle, but he moves it forward to the 19. It's a gain of 4 and another first down as the Eastern Golden Knights enter the Weckers Carpet red zone here on the Dover 19-yard line.
That's right, and they're marching. They start at the 39-yard line on their own side of the football field, and 13 plays later, here they are set up on the 19-yard line, and they're rolling.
Clock winds, 6:50 remaining in the York Mitsubishi fourth. Dover by a point, but Eastern on the move. Kalki with a low snap, takes it, makes a move in the backfield. He's at the 15 and runs into Peterson and drives him forward to the 11-yard line. Amari Peterson on the stop, and it is a gain of 8 for Ryan Kalki, and it is going to be second down and 2 for Eastern at the Dover 11-yard line.
Perfect example of the execution in the backfield of this misdirection. You see how confused the Dover Eagles are on defense. They've got all these different keys to read. They don't know where the ball is going to hit them next.
Second and 2 from the 11 now. Kalki with Klein in the backfield, and they give it to Klein, and he lunges across the 10 to about the 9. Don't think he quite got the sticks, though. Derek Brenneman on the stop. And he is marked just inside the 10, so he's going to be about a half-yard short of the first down. And it's going to be second down, or third down, rather, and about a half yard to go for the Eastern York Golden Knights. As they are just inside the 10 now, clock winds to 5:38. Kalki under center, takes the snap and hands it straight ahead to his running back and down to the 6-yard line. It's going to be a first down. Klein, the ball carrier, McCray Murray on the stop, but it's a gain of 4 and a first down and goal from the 6-yard line for the Eastern York Golden Knights.
Gain of 4 to the 6, first down and goal.
well, an impressive drive here, and we have an Eastern player down right now. So while they attend to him, we'll take a break. It's Dover 7, Eastern 6, 5:31 left in the game in the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Yorktown Roofing and Siding, locally owned and operated since 1992. The premier building materials distributor in Central PA. Distributors of roofing and siding, windows and doors, decking and railing, seamless gutter and gutter guard, and cabinets and vanities. Both wholesale and retail. Located at 261 Northeast Street in York. Online at YorktownRoofingandSiding.com or call 845-9447 or toll free at 1-800-457-3943.
Hi, I'm Dover football coach Wayne Snellbaker. You're listening to the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And we're back here at Dover, 5:31 remaining in the football game, and we've got, looks like Logan Klein down as they are checking on him to see if he's okay, and that would be a great loss for Eastern as he's had a good game running. It's first and goal for Eastern at the 6-yard line now, and they're inclined to see what the situation may be with him.
Players down for the Knights. It's Klein. Looks like he's working out for. He'll go off under his own path.
And Klein, yeah, I think he is.
Maybe an ankle or a cramp, and then we have another Knight player that we haven't been able to recognize his number. He just pops up.
63. All right, so
that's Landon Mapstone walking off under his own power. Wow. Gimpy on his left leg, see if he can muster enough to get back in this game. Doesn't look like it'll happen.
So it's first and goal for Eastern at the 6-yard line of Dover, and 5:31 remaining in the football game. It's been a tight one throughout, a defensive battle, but perhaps coming down to this. So Eastern first and goal at the 6 of Dover. And Kalki will go from under center. Got Pollock in the backfield with him now. And they give it off to Pollock, and Pollock down to just about the 5, maybe about the 5. Chase Heath, the defensive end, the sophomore on the tackle there. So gain of 1. It's going to be second and goal from there.
Gain of 1 to the 5-yard line, second down.
Got to expect more of the same. Follow that convoy up the middle with some misdirection. You'll see what back gets it from the backfield.
Ball just inside the 5. And Pollock again right behind Kalk in the backfield. Put a man in motion at Schenk, and they give it to Schenk. Brennan Schenk spins off a tackle, but is brought down right about the 4-yard line. Spun away from one, but was dropped by the second and third defenders coming through. Sterner, I think, on the first hit there. So ball just inside the 5. Very little gain, if any, for Schenk. Third and goal just inside the 5 for Eastern.
Great job by John Sterner coming up from that safety position and getting that run support. Much needed tonight from this Eagles defense.
So third down, ball resting right about between the 4 and the 5. Kalki under center. Takes the snap and hands it straight ahead. I think that was Pollock. He got to the 4, and that was about it. And a bunch of Dover guys there on the stop. So fourth and goal from the 4-yard line for the Eastern York Golden Knights with 3:45 left in the football game. Dover by 1, and the Eagles looking to make a stand here.
They're going to try a 21-yard field goal.
Oh, they are. So this will be LaCates who will attempt this boot, and yeah, it will be really about 20, almost 22 yards. The placement is just about the 12. So we'll see here with 3:25 left. The snap, it rolls back, so they're not going to get the kickoff, and they'll sack him back there. Bernstein is sacked back at the 19-yard line. So the bad snap never gave them a chance to kick that thing, and that is going to turn it over to Dover with just 3:20 remaining, and the Eagles will have it somewhere around their own 18 or 19-yard line.
What a huge break for this Dover squad. As we've seen on these first two possessions and only possessions of the second half for Eastern New York, they've run all over this defense. But this defense able to stop them on the first possession and on the second possession, an errant snap, and the field goal is missed and a turnover on down.
So they mark it at the 16, and Dover has it 1st and 10. Piccino takes the snap, gives it off to Moan. Moan breaks to the outside at the 20, the 25, and is ridden down around the 30-yard line, actually the 32. Gain of 16 and a first down, and every time they get a first down, that is going to be key for Dover because there's only 3:13 left in the game. Now Eastern has all 3 timeouts left, but again, not a lot of time left, and Dover moves it out to the 32, and they'll work from there. 1st and 10. That clock stopped when they went out of bounds there. 3:13 left. Oh, they wound it. They said he didn't go out of bounds. So once they set it, they wind the clock. It's now at 3:08. And Piccino working out of the shotgun with a back flanking him on either side. Milking that clock now. Play clock rolling down. It is down to 10. They'll work it down as much as they can. Takes the snap and hands it off to Moan off the left side again. Has a hole. Closed rather quickly. Got out to about the 35-yard line before they push him backwards. So it's going to be a gain of about 3, and it'll be 2nd down and 7, and I believe Eastern has stopped the clock. And it's a gain of 2 to the 32. It'll be 2nd down and 8 there, and Eastern takes its first timeout with 2:39 remaining here in the football game. And while they take a timeout, we'll take it as well. You're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Need new flooring? Buy it at the store voted best in York and recommended by more of your friends, Wecker's Flooring Center. Here's why. Wecker's has far more flooring in their warehouse than any home center, with prices on remnants and rolls that no one can match. For hardwood that lasts a lifetime and laminate that's good for your family, Wecker's is your store. Plus, Wecker's has their own installation crews, so you feel good about them in your home. Right now, ask about free carpet installation. Trust Wecker's Flooring Center off the Route 30 Hellam exit.
Hi, this is Dave Kemick, head coach of the Eastern York Golden Knights. You're listening to the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And Duran Ledbetter out of the timeout runs, and he moves that pile forward, just kept the legs churning. He is out to the 43-yard line, gain of 11 for Duran Ledbetter, and another first down for the Dover Eagles as they look to close this one out. 2:28 left. It's a 1-point lead only over Eastern, but Eastern down with 2 timeouts. Now the clock stops and the first down, but as they set the chains, now they'll move it, and Eastern will take its 2nd timeout. So they actually set that thing at the 44, so it was a gain of 12. So let's get a Browns Orchards and Farm Market scoreboard update for you here. Some other games around the league tonight. Most of them were played on this cold, rainy night, and DeLone defeats Littlestown 26-7. Hanover remains unbeaten. The Nighthawks 5-0.
There's your answer.
Yep,
they are for real.
They beat York Catholic 20-13. Suburban goes to 3-2 with a 38-6 win over Ephrata. Susquehannock looking for its 2nd win of the year. They lead Gettysburg 21-7 in the 4th. Spring Grove about to get its 2nd win of the year over the Colonials of New Oxford. It's 37-7 in the 4th. Dallastown to go to 5-0 as they are waxing William Penn 50-6 in the 4th. Tough year for the Bearcats as they're about to fall to 0-5. Northeastern leading Red Lion, a good one up in Manchester, 14-13 in the 4th quarter. So Northeastern looking to go 5-0. And Bermudian over Fairfield, 35-12 in the 3rd. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock over at Suburban, Kennedy will play West York there on the turf. And Monday, Central will be at Southwestern. All right, we are ready to go. 1st and 10, Dover, their own 44. And they give it to Moan. Moan up the middle, has a hole across midfield. Moan down to the 45-yard line of Eastern. That's a gain of 11. And another first down for the Dover Eagles. And Garrett, that offensive line of Dover is now opening those holes.
You see a lot of running lanes here. These last 2 runs, something we haven't seen all night from this Dover offense.
And so the Eagles into Knights territory at the 45. Eastern down to 1 timeout remaining now. 2:16 on the clock, and they'll wind this clock once they set it for a first down. Eastern decides to take its final timeout. And so that will be it for their timeout. So now Dover will just want to run this football, keep it in the field of play, and they can, even without a first down, can come awfully close to running this thing out.
And like I said, we haven't seen this from this Dover offense all night. A couple of flashes here and there, but other than this, their first possession in the second half, we haven't seen much from them. And this is just perfect timing for them with the clock situation and where they are up by 1 point with 2 minutes, 16 seconds left. No more timeouts left for the Eastern Golden Knights, and this could be the ball game. It is the ball game if they get one more first down. But
no question.
Great timing for them,
unless
getting these first downs.
Unless they have a fumble, but they're going to be hanging on to that football for dear life. You can imagine. You can bet on that. So at the 45 of Eastern, 1st and 10 for Dover now. 2:16 left, and they're going to hand it off to Moan, but we have a penalty flag on the field. Next week we'll be at Red Lion. Join us for that. Southwestern and Red Lion offsides against Eastern, so that's going to move it 5 yards closer for Dover. Southwestern and Red Lion next week at a big Division I battle. Red Lion down by a point to Northeastern right now, though. That would be their first division loss if it stays that way. So the ball now moved to the 40, and it'll be 1st and 5 from there.
It'd be interesting to hear the outcome of that game Monday night with Southwestern and make sure nobody's nicked up.
Yeah. Oh, high snap, Pickeno able to field it though, gets it off to Ledbetter. Duran to the far side, flag flies in the backfield. Duran got down to about the 36-yard line, but the clock will stop at 2:09 left with the penalty flag on the field.
I think we're going to get a face mask from the defense.
No, it's a hold against Dover. So that'll set the Eagles back, but the yardage isn't important right now. It's the time, and there's 2:09 left. So it will be first down, and they'll move it back. The flag's at the 41, I believe. So that will move it back to around the 49 of Dover, and it will be first down and about 16 from there. So they walk it off to the 49-yard line of Dover, and from there it's 1st and 16.
Ball spotted on the 49, first down and 16.
And the Eagles come out. Now the clock will start with the snap of the football. And actually they wind it now. And it is a keeper by Pickeno straight up the middle. And Tad is down to about the 47 of Eastern. It's a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down and about 12 from there. Well, we go under 2 minutes now, and the clock continues to wind. 1:50 and counting. And they whistle the play in with 1:46 remaining, so the play clock not functioning here. But they'll have to snap it with about a 1:25 or 1:24 remaining. Now the play clock comes into vogue, and 18 seconds left on that play clock, so Pickeno will milk that down as far as he can. We're under 90 seconds in game time. Play clock down to 8. And he takes the snap at 5. Hands it off to Joey Zutel in the backfield, and Eastern trying to rip that ball out of there. Zutel goes down for about a 4-yard loss, but
brought down by Jasheen Snyder.
Snyder on the stop, but that'll set up a 3rd down now and about 17 for Dover, but 1 minute left in the football game.
Great fight by Zutel, staying on his feet and trying to get something back from that loss. And here we go with a 3rd and long, 17. And even if they don't not getting this first down, they punt the ball away, and Eastern doesn't have the type of offense to march down the field in less than 2 minutes.
Only 39 seconds. They take the snap. They give it to Pickeno. Keeps it. He's across midfield down to about the 45-yard line, so he gains 8. And 30 seconds left. They haven't whistled it into play yet. They may not have to snap this thing again, and they will not. It was under 25, so 24 when they whistled that in, so they do not have to snap it again. So Pickeno with the 8-yard gain, and Dover can just let this thing run out. So Dover is going to win this football game 7-6 over the Eastern York Golden Knights. The Eagles will go to 2-0 in league play. Eastern drops to 0-2. The Eagles 3-2 overall, and Eastern 2-3. So there you go. Good clock management, I guess.
That's right.
And that's your final score. Dover 7, Eastern 6. Take a break, and we'll be back with the Stony Brook Family Restaurant postgame show after this on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
Kochman and Kunkel Insurance Group, part of the Keystone Insurers Group, can save you 15 to 50% for just 15 minutes of your time. We customize plans for your needs and find you the best rate and protection. Discounts for good driver, good student, homeowners, renters, and multiple policies. Plus health, life, and all types of business insurance. Locally owned by Rudy and Pam Kochman, 3217 East Market Street, York. Call 854-0300 or online at KIGYork.com. Kochman and Kunkel Insurance Group, a proud supporter of local high school sports.
Not only can you feel it in the air, you can hear it. High school football. Charlie and everyone at Maple Donuts salutes this year's high school players, cheerleaders, coaches, band members, and assistants across the county. You make fall fun. When kickoff rolls around, there's nothing better than pregame tailgating at the stadium. With your Maple Donuts, of course. Kids of every age love Maple Donuts 58 varieties, especially on a crisp fall game day. Charlie's Donut Squad is working hard every day to make sure you head over to the high school with your favorite lineup. Jelly-filled, glazed, pumpkin, chocolate peanut butter, and brewing up some of that famous fresh Maple Donuts coffee. So what's the game plan, high school football fans? Just make sure you show up with a big orange box filled with Maple Donuts. Because I don't care who you're rooting for, it's a winner every time.
Maple Donuts taste right. They create tasty bread. Anytime, day or night. For appetite delight. Maple Donuts taste right.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
All right, we're back at Dover. Ron Ruman, Garrett Thissong with you as the Dover Eagles earn their third win of the year, second division win. They're 2-0 in the division with a defensive battle 7-6 win over Eastern on a cold, rainy night here on the turf at Dover. And time now for our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap for this game.
Well, in the second possession of the night for Eastern York, they traveled 76 yards in 7 plays. 3 minutes, 19 seconds capped the drive off with a 1-yard touchdown run by running back Logan Klein. That was with 3 minutes, 33 seconds left in the first quarter after a blocked field goal point after attempt. Eastern York took the lead 6-0, and that was our halftime score until the first possession of the second half. Dover went 6 plays, 3 minutes, 37 seconds, 50 yards, finished with a 1-yard quarterback sneak. Quarterback Tad Pigano, his second rushing touchdown of the year with 8:08 and heartbreak minutes left in the third quarter. Dover took the lead in our final score, Dover 7, Eastern York 6.
All right, and as our Yorktown Roofing and Siding scoring recap, not a lot of scoring tonight, but Dover will take it as they get the win here on the Stony Brook Family Restaurant post-game show. 7-6 Dover over Eastern. We can take a break, come back with our Shipley Energy post-game stats after this on the High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Game Time PA and Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com. Call 855-4SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
Core Design Group, a local architectural and structural engineering firm, is celebrating 10 years of serving its partners in York County and beyond. Core specializes in commercial, healthcare, houses of worship, industrial, higher education, and residential. For more information, visit our new website at www.core-designgroup.com or call 717-741-2046.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
And back at Dover, Ron Room and Gareth Hissong with you in the Stony Brook Family Restaurant postgame show. And the defensive battle tonight, Dover defeating Eastern 7-6. And time now for our Shipley Energy post-game stats for the Eastern York Golden Knights. Logan Klein, a big night on the ground, 23 carries, 131 yards, and a 2-yard touchdown. Sam Pollock, 8 carries for 26 yards. Ryan Kalke, the quarterback, 9 carries for 23 yards. Brennan Shank, 12 carries for 36 yards. And Jimmy Kernick, 1 for 4. So on the ground tonight, Eastern, not a bad night, 53 carries and 220 yards. But the Golden Knights 0 of 3 through the air, so their total offensive output tonight, 220 yards. For the Dover Eagles, on the ground, Brett Mullen, 9 carries for 43 yards. Doran Ledbetter, 9 for 50. Joey Zutel, 1 for -4. Tad Picano, the quarterback, 11 carries, 46 yards, and a 1-yard touchdown run. 30 carries, 135 yards on the ground for the Dover Eagles tonight. And Picano through the air, 1 of 8 for 5 yards. That catch was made by Derek Brenneman. So 140 total yards. That was it for Dover tonight, but it was good enough with the extra point to win it. 7-6 is our final score. Take a break, come back with our GSLSC Player of the Game and a York Traditions Bank post-game scoreboard after this on the High School Football Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Dover 7 and Eastern 6. That's our final.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Solomon & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Solomon & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Solomon & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
My name is Bob Innerst. I've been a York Traditions Bank customer since 2008. One of the things that I like about York Traditions Bank is that I know everyone is right here in the York area and everybody's local and the decisions are made, right here at the bank. So I feel very comfortable if I need a loan or if I have a question about anything, I'm going to get the answer from the people right here. Because we live here too means that they share a lot of the same concerns that I do. I know that they give back to the local community. It really makes a difference. They're invested here, and that's important to me. I now tend to measure other businesses that I deal with the level of service that I get at York Traditions Bank. I feel that York Traditions Bank never takes my business for granted. I highly recommend York Traditions Bank to anyone.
Transition to traditions today. York Traditions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And Ron Ruman and Gareth Hissong back with you one final time here at Dover as the Eagles get a win tonight, 7-6 over the Eastern York Golden Knights. Dover moving to 2-0 in the league, 3-2 overall. Eastern falling to 0-2 in the league and 2-3 on the season as a whole. Our GSLSC player of the game, well,
whoever stacked up these cinder blocks and kept us dry tonight.
Yeah, right.
No, we'll give it to the Dover Eagles. This entire unit resilient throughout the night. Couldn't get much going on offense. Their defense was getting beat up, but able to hang with it and come away with the win.
Yeah, and doing it with the backup quarterback too. So kudos to them for the win, and they moved to 2-0 in league play. And now that'll wrap it up for the player of the game. Let's take a look at our York Traditions Bank post-game scoreboard tonight here. These mostly finals. DeLone defeating Littlestown 26-7. Hanover, the Nighthawks go to 5-0 as they defeat York Catholic 20-13. Suburban is 3-2. They defeat Effort 38-6. Susquehannock gets its second win of the year over Gettysburg 21-7. Spring Grove picks up its second win. The Rockets defeat New Oxford 37-7. Dallastown remains perfect at 5-0 with a 50-49 14 win over York High. Northeastern and leading Red Lion in the fourth quarter, 14-13. That is a big one. Bermudian over Fairfield in the fourth, 42-12. Tomorrow at 5, it will be Kennerdale and West York playing at Suburban. And then Monday, Central will be at Southwestern. Next Friday, we'll be at Red Lion as the Lions host the Mustangs of Southwestern in a big Division I contest. Make sure you join us for that. And don't forget, tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, Central PA Game Day with the coach, Wayne McCullough, from 9 to 11. Will wrap up all the Friday night action and get you started for your sports weekend. Now for Jim Harden, as always, pushing all the right buttons back at the station, the man of the night, Jamie Evans, shivering all night up on top of the press box, bringing you the great video for Game Time PA, and my partner, Gareth Hissong. I'm Ron Ruman. Thanks for listening, folks, and you have a good night.
Thank you for listening to WOIK's High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution, bringing you the best of the York Adams League every Friday night. High school football plays here on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. Listen on the go with the WOIK mobile apps and online at WOIK1350.com. And make sure to tune in every Saturday morning at 9 for Central PA Game Day with the coach, Wayne McCullough, featuring the High School Football Scoreboard Show and live interviews with the players and coaches. And get your football weekend started early. Every Thursday at 4 p.m., it's Game Day with Game Time PA, previewing the weekend's biggest games. Your home for local sports is Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports. Now, back to NBC Sports Radio on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.